Welcome, everybody. This is Toy Hoarders Unite, the first episode of a scary situation. Like I was telling Jason this morning, other guys in my little messenger chat, I'm very stressed out. Just looking at my pre orders alone, it's a scary situation. So, today you'll find out a little bit about me and, the obsession or addiction to basically collecting these toys. When it comes down to it, it's toys. It's an addiction. And this is an opportunity for people in the chat or in the Facebook group. Don't tell my wife to join, or anybody on YouTube if they like to join. It'd be greatly appreciated. So today you're going to take a little look into my obsession of this hobby that we have, and you're going to have opportunity to get entries if it goes pretty well. If we meet our goal of the viewer count, we are going to have a giveaway. And that viewer count, I've already told you guys in a previous stream what that would be, and I'll figure out something to send you. So it'll be one of those things. Maybe we'll walk around my basement, find something I really don't need, or I can give out. So remember too, at 500 subscribers, I'm going to give away a Mofex Brown Suit Wolverine. And how do you get entries for the Brown Suit Wolverine? It's easy. And I've noticed some people forget. Anytime you see a short or a video or a live stream, in the comments, just put in Wolverine or any random hashtag you see in my streams. Or if I'm on Kaiju Daddy's shows, you might find a hidden hashtag in the background. So I've had a couple. I don't think anyone's noticed it. Some of you have, close to like 50 entries or more. I know some of the viewers or people that comment a lot have been racking that up. So remember, don't miss out on opportunities. I know Tokyo Joey asked me, how do I keep track? It's in a notebook because I'll totally forget, and it takes a lot of work. So thanks for joining. We're going to go right into these wonderful slides I made. There is a couple slides that are missing because I was having some issues with my email today. Before we start, just to let you know, I will put the link in the chat for you to join. But to keep me focused, I have to go through some of the slides. I have Jason on here. Jason and I have known each other. Jason has also told me some things I could do to help my collecting and to stay focused, because a lot of us have what we call adult ADHD. We have no focus. We're all over the place. Right, Jason? You have anything to say, Jason, before I get in these slides?
Yeah, that's such the hallmark of a collector, right? Is
Yeah, oh yeah.
focus.
And Tokyo Joey, he lives in Japan, and he suffers the same thing as all of us do. We hoard things. So if Tokyo Joey wants to join, I sent you the link in the messenger. So again, let me get through some of these slides, and I apologize about a couple of the things missing. I might take you a journey through my basement, and I've already been told, Dad, don't do it, because you know why? It's embarrassing. But you got a knowledge your addiction. And Robert's not here, or Kaiju Daddy, and I know why. Because if he is way above me in collecting. And I always tell him, I said, do you realize how much you're spending? And he told me before the new year, I'm gonna get out of 1.6. But he's addicted. He's one of the biggest enablers. So let's get going on these slides.
Yeah, yes.
He is one of the biggest enablers. And, enablers are a good thing to have in your life. But at the same time, you got, they're your friends. But at the same time, you got to have something on your shoulder telling you, don't do it. So remember, giveaway here. Brown Suit Wolverine. Again, look for those hashtags. If you see Wolverine or tap in or anything like that, just type in Wolverine. Okay, so pre-orders are the main thing we're going to look today. In a couple weeks, I'll get a little bit more in detail on pre-orders, and I'll gladly let you join. And it looks like we have another person joined us. So let's see who that is.
Cool.
So Tokyo Joey is here. So again,
What's up,
in a little bit, I'll put the link in the chat. Anybody can join. So Tokyo Joey, we're just going to go through these slides. It might get scary. So pre-order. All places that have opportunities to pre-order, they make it too easy for us. With pre-orders, it's scary. A site like BBTS helps you to figure out how many things you have on order. So I have 81 things on order just through Big Bad Toy Store. They list how many things you have on pre-order. I am constantly deleting them, adding more to it. Just this week alone, I looked at Monster Force, the all-in, like the entire wave, to get an extra figure or get extra head sculpt. I've been contemplating that. I think it's like $221 for 6 figures or an extra figure. So I think it would make 7. Don't quote me on that. If we have time, we might look at it later. But I've been contemplating that. So you're talking about, at least $450 you're going to be spending without tax and shipping. And it's a scary situation. And then you got to figure out, what do I already have pre-ordered? So all these sites make it very challenging. And just to let you guys know, I gave up after just looking at 2 sites for 1/12. I couldn't take it anymore. It was very depressing. And, it's nuts how much I'm spending on just 2 sites. Other sites like Hobby Genki, Ami, those sites are impossible for me to figure out what I have on order, especially Hobby Genki.
Genki is the worst for that by a mile.
Yeah, and then they got like different orders for like the warehouse. When you have to, if you do pay later, I mean, there's things I have paid later, like over a year ago, and I still don't have it.
Yeah, and their system always gets messed up. So half the time, the pay later ones say they're all due in April.
Yeah.
And they're not.
So Rogue, the Salvo, whatever it is, Bomb Squad, dude, that everybody has. People are like flipping on eBay, selling the parts. Hobby Genki told me that doesn't come out until August, whatever, in August.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they think I like believe them. I don't know what's going on with Hobby Genki with that toy. But Dark said, hey, you need to get this. He's an enabler too. But I'm also an enabler for Wakanda. What is his name? Wakanda Slayer or something like that?
Wakanda Figure Slayer.
I am terrible at names. I'm in education just like Ian and Robert, and I am awful at names.
Dude, like names. I didn't even I had like 3 months with my students, and I have no idea what any of them are called. Like I don't know I mean, I'm bad with names as well. I get that.
Oh yeah, and I have like 25 kids in a class. I just point to a kid. They go, me. No, yeah, you. Like I'm pointing right at you. I'm like, oh gosh, I'm terrible. And I have a lot of international students, so it's pretty tough. Amazon, of course. Amazon's not a hard site, but some of these sites just make it so life difficult for us.
Well, like Amazon change up things, man. Like here in Japan, like you used to be able to pre-order stuff and just pop that on your pre-order list and not have to pay anything. And now you have to pay. You have to pay up front on a lot of stuff, man. So you kind of know what you're gonna get because you've paid for it.
Yeah. Hasbro Pulse, they're another headache. I mean, I'm looking at the dollar amounts like 136. I realize, that's 2 items, but they have 1 item. So that's why I gave you the I think KJ didn't hear this, but I told you the trick how to get around their limits. So all you need to do, since you guys are watching, don't tell people. All you have to do is PayPal as your payment
on YouTube.
Yeah, everybody's gonna tell, and then they'll get shut down. Like Sneaky Figures posting about the code that Franzetta girls forgot about. What was it, like 25 or 30% off, something like that? Yeah. Some guy saw that and went on Facebook and goes, I didn't know about this discount for 30%. And I'm going to contact Franzetta girls. I'm like, don't do it. And he does. Hey, Nightmares Cave. I want him on the G.I. Joe stream or Clone Wars eventually. So 1/6, Robert and I would love that. So again, Kickstarter. I dabble my foot into Kickstarter land, and I go into books. So I got the Transformers compendium sets, very nice Transformers, and then now I dabbled into 1/18. Yeah, Sneaky Figure screwed it up because he put on Facebook. Everybody just what told everybody. So enablers again, we're all enablers. Facebook groups,
We are.
YouTube. We didn't have this stuff back in the day. Your enabler was the kid across the street, right? And we didn't have computers. Well, we did, but the computers were like $6,000. Dad had to take out another mortgage just to get the computer. Insane prices. So a lot of people didn't have it. Then we had the internet. AOL came in, but we didn't really understand shopping. I remember when Amazon was nobody used Amazon, and it was mostly like when I was an investor or looking at investment, it was like pets.com was big. You remember that? Like pets.com, Kmart's going out of business. So we have tons of enablers. So who are those enablers? Social media is huge. I mean, everybody's an enabler. I looked at a guy's picture yesterday, and he had the Rumbler, which I already have. Highly posable. I'm trying to go to sleep. KJ and his buddies screw my sleeping patterns up. I do not sleep anymore because they're a bunch of enablers. They literally show you
never
what
sleep.
you can order. But the picture, and I have ADHD, so I forgot what I was talking about. But the picture yesterday, this guy has a Gomez in a Punisher body. And I'm like, damn, I need that. I need, random stuff that I do not need to add to my collection, right? So we all have those enablers. Facebook groups, Instagram for photography, and instant messenger. And Ian's going to tell you, he wakes up and he complains. I got 99 messages. Yeah. And it's the same thing with me. Every little thing I see past 11 o'clock at night, I just send it to them. And I've noticed lately they don't respond.
I've got to figure out how to work that, man. It's like I wake up and it's always just like I've got like over 100 messages, and it's open them. It's always you, man. It's like, but I want to see them all. But it's just like, when can I jump in? When can I see them and go through? I'm like, oh man, you're an enabler. You share these things. I'm like, oh man, I gotta buy these things.
I mean, if you know me in real life, I just talk. I'll talk to you, but I go in people's houses. I'll go to a trailer park. Drug deals are going down. Dudes are coming at me with a chainsaw, and I'm not lying about that. But I do like side gigs. How do I afford this? I do side gigs, man. And if you have any type of work ethic in life, I've been working since 8 years old. My dad took me out, lied about my age so I could get the newspaper out, right? Back in the day where kids were actually working. My dad's from a milkman. So my dad's in a family of 14. He learned how to work, didn't have a curfew, but my grandpa, who died at like 100, he was a mean dude. He made all his boys get up at 2 a.m. to work and load up his little milk truck. It's kind of like the Schwann's guy type of stuff back in the day. But I've been working my whole life, so I had to do all these side gigs, making like an extra $1,000 a week on side gigs. Sneaky Figures calls it side missions. So again, collecting, unless you're a doctor or something like that and you have tons of money, it's tough. And you'll learn today that you're probably wasted a lot of money on this stuff. Photography, I just put some random photographers up there. But D Amazing, I think it's Sir Dork. And then 1/6 Shooter got me in Mythic Legions. He had a gentleman from Michigan. I cannot remember his name, but he was on one of his shows. And I said something about, I don't have a Monkey King. And this guy that was on the show, of course, said, send me a message. I'll sell to you at retail, because they probably have tons of extras. And I dabbled into Mythic Legions or Figure Obscure with 4 Horsemen. Next thing you know, I'm buying tons of stuff. I didn't have a focus. And then I talked to a gentleman who sold me, I think, the Valiant Knight. And he told me, with Mythic Legions, you got to focus on one thing. So if you like barbarians, just get barbarians. If you get knights, just focus on that, because it gets out of control. And that's probably somebody that doesn't collect a lot. or is focused more on one line. And if he's telling you that, you definitely got some issues. And then this crap happened. So this is my pile of shame. I learned that from guys that are in the comic game. They never read stuff, kind of like me. If you see my library, you're gonna be like, "What the heck?" But this is my pile of shame. So if you look there, I think I have tons of Savage Crucible, 2 Hot Toys in the back there. Hot Toys has become an issue. I love Hot Toys. I try to focus just on Star Wars alone. Um, and I've had to cancel things. I have, I think, a Wolverine coming,
You're the
and
same as me, man. You got this right. You got this.
Han
You haven't got it
Solo.
open.
No,
It's not
it's
even
in the
open.
back there. In the
Same.
back,
It's in the box.
is it fives? I think I have fives, and then I have Han Solo. I've had a Droidica for close to a month, and I don't even have it up. Is that Deadpool?
That's Iron Man.
No, that's the Iron Man.
Iron Man?
No. But
That's
Oh,
I'm the same as you. You get them in. I've got nowhere to put them. They're in boxes, man. It's like I don't know. I've just got nowhere to put these things.
yeah. I mean, I have
And
garage
hot toys, they
set.
take time. You have to open them. You have to take your time. You have to pose
Oh
them.
yeah.
You have to get them. It's time consuming, man.
Oh, it's crazy, guys. It's like I bought garage shelves from Walmart, and I think it's 24 by 36. And there was a guy on YouTube that was talking about, oh, you could make it into a nice, Maju case.
You can, yeah.
But I'm not real handy, guys. So, they've been there like that forever. I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got four garage shelves, and they're completely full. I got, what do you call those IKEA things? Oh, Detoss. I bought 6 Detoss, and I have those filled up. I got like 3 figures, 4 figures in them. The droids, a lot more.
Where did you get your Savage Land Rogue from? The snap set there.
Hasbro Pulse.
Oh wow.
And then the trick with Hasbro Pulse is just make sure you have PayPal already logged in. And the reason why I know that is because the statues, when I collected, over $1,000 statues, before this company got shut down, called NYC for Star Wars, you could not get them until they, sorry, you couldn't get them unless you were like in a minute. And I do that with the art prints that I really want. I've been really focused on those art prints too, but having, PayPal open, logged in, your accounts all updated, you can use PayPal hopefully quick. Even with Mezco, I've done that. So again, this is the pile of shame there. It's just stacking up. Yes, it does take me several hours to open literally a toy. I don't know what it is. It must be old man disease.
You're
But that's
savoring the
good. That's
moment.
good. That's good though. That's good.
Oh yeah, I don't.
I think
want
that's
to
good. If you take time to open things, like I rip things open, I pop them on the shelf, and then you kind of, it's like I don't even. I've got to a point where I don't even put the hands and the accessories on them. Like I mean, I think it's good. It's good if you put your time with it. I think that's the way to do it, man.
Oh yeah.
That's when you know you're collecting for collecting's sake as opposed to
For sure, yeah.
enjoyment and fun.
I
And
agree.
that for me in the past has really, really ruined it. When you're like, perfect, new one on the shelf, now to the next one, now to the next one. And
Yeah.
it's just no fun anymore, but it's hard to rein it in sometimes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
it's
agree.
crazy. In that box there, I think is it's got little, accessories for, I'm guessing, Marvel Legends where they don't. And yeah, Nightmares Cave, aka Sean. He's a massive troop builder. He does have a channel too. I mean, he's insane. Like he has, and I'm very bad vision, so he has clone army building that is unbelievable. And then I think he's getting into 1/18 or getting back to his childhood with GI Joes. And it says I had to learn to limit myself too. At one time, I was trying to collect all Hot Toys, all Hasbro Star Wars. I was lucky that the GI Joe line died down after the Pursuit of Cobra line. So he is right. The enablers in 1/6 is insane. I'm sure Nightmare's Cave would agree with me, but there's guys that run streams. Every single release is a buy. And I think around 2018, it was okay. But a lot of those guys on YouTube in 2018 had tapped out of 1/6. And then 2020 comes around, and it's just like buy. And a lot of these YouTubers that came on, it was like they never met anything they didn't like. And you see that a lot of times. If you see somebody that's telling you to buy all the time, be careful. They're excited about it, but they probably have an addiction of buying things, right? So yeah, Nate, Geeking Out is a great streamer. He is so intense. I remember when he first started, he has this hat. Sneaky Figures has to help me. So Sneaky's a little bit younger than me, and he has a good memory. He's still young, so he can probably tell you what is it, a Gundam hat or something like that he wears. Yeah, he's still enabling us. When he shows up, you can't watch his stream the entire thing because he'll stream for hours and hours, 24 hours, 8 hours, 4 hours. Probably when he needs to go to sleep, you need to turn off. It is a Gundam hat. So Sneaky is correct. It is a Gundam hat. But this pile in this picture, I mean, I have filled in at least 3 or 4 recycling bins of this stuff, and it just keeps piling up. And guys, I'm not showing you the rest of the boxes because it looks like I live in a crack house with the hoarding I have, and it's embarrassing.
The photos we've seen.
Oh yeah, but I don't think I can even get to the closets of the shipper boxes of Hot Toys. So everybody knows, you can't throw away the shipper of hot boxes unless you're some of these people like Mr. Mom's Collectibles. I think he did some short years ago, and then Kaiju Daddy. And here's Hot Toys Hotline. So he's gotten better about his enabling.
So what is that photo? What's that? That's
just a corner of my room, guys. I have
they're empty boxes. They're empty boxes, right?
Some of them are empty, but a lot of them have the hand accessories or just random sculpts. So I have to go through them.
Have you ever accidentally tossed a box with all the stuff still in it?
Probably, but what happens is you don't even know you have boxes. So Iron Grenadiers, GI Joe classified series. I was like, crap, I didn't order what I wanted. And I ordered like 4 more. And then I find 2 or 4 just next to my chair that I sit in weekly, daily, maybe. I mean, I'll come down here, and some guy one time told me that is the ADHD room. And he was right. I don't get anything done. He's still an enabler, he says. Yeah, he's an enabler. The only good thing with his stream he does on Tuesdays, it's early, and I'm out there doing my side missions so I can make money, right? I'm out there helping old ladies.
Hot Toys Hotline, man. Like
I do like delivery. I'll do delivery. I'll carry big things of water. And I always grunt, and I already grunt because I'm like, and the old ladies give me like $40 in cash when they already gave me $40-$50 to deliver it. So
you are always hustling, man. That's
you always have to hustle, and then you got to pay your taxes. I had to make like $8,000 in 3 months to pay the government. So it's one of those things, but let's see how it does. But this is like ramen toy. I can't even see what the rest of the stuff is. We got ramen toy.
Mafex.
What is it though?
Mafex. Oh, and then I got people
what's that ramen toy? What is that?
No, that's not ramen toy. That's the Mezco.
That's not ramen toy. Yeah,
that's Mezco Biker Gomez, isn't it?
Yeah, Biker Gomez, which I do have it out. And then I have
we're addicted to stuff.
Oh yeah, and then
I have Cyborg. You got your Cyborg Superman still in the box. You haven't even and the Terminator. I've got exactly the same.
Cyborg Superman is still one of my
Cyborg Superman and the Terminator 1, both of them in a box. I have never opened them.
Open that Cyborg Superman. You'll be very happy.
I admit this on the previous stream. Like that was in my top like Superman figures.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, but like I still haven't even opened it.
And then you guys see, what did I buy you guys? I bought Kaji Daddy and Tokyo Joey. What was it the Ghost?
You bought the Ghost, yeah. But I didn't know that was you.
Yeah.
Rob told.
So I bought five.
Rob was like, I got
$10. They were $10.
Yeah.
So
Rob was like,
five.
I got a friend that can buy them for us. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll have one.
Yeah.
And then it turned out to be you, but I had no idea that was you, dude. Like that was
well, yeah, I buy stuff for people. I've done some deals, like some easy ones.
How am I ever gonna get that Ghost? That's what I want to know.
I'll be shipping it, or Kaji Daddy, when he comes to the States, I ship it to him.
You'll have to put that in your suitcase, man, because I don't want you to send that, man. That's huge. It's huge, man.
Yeah, I do have one for giveaway eventually, so we'll do a prize wheel like Kaji Daddy did before, and then just random stuff like these are empty. Like I'm telling you, this box has been filled 3 or 4 times, and it takes my son. If it wasn't for my son, I'd be buried in boxes. So again, now this is my 1/12 room. It's a work in progress. I do have arcades, so I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there's another one, 7. Then I have a Star Wars arcade. Then I have another arcade that has.
So Ryan, when was the last time you played Mortal Kombat?
Okay, that's a good question. I haven't played any of them in a year. So my go-to game is Pac-Man and Centipede. I suck at Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. And I don't know if it's my reaction time is just too damn slow or what. Ninja Turtles is a beat 'em up game. It's easy. NBA Jam, I love that game. But as you can see,
Jam, that's a great game.
He's on fire.
That's a game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in that room alone, and this is a picture, you don't see it. You see some parachutes. So my son's really into 1/18th and parachutes. So we went to Joe Fest, and you dabble. You see stuff you've never bought before, and you buy one thing. You know what happens? You buy more. And then you get home, and then you look at their website, and you buy more. And that's kind of where we're at. So you see like crazy stuff, like that 3-0 Iron Man up there. What else do I have? I have like thrones. I got 3 shelves completely filled. I have no more room. So I need to put.
What is that? What is that in the bottom right? There's like a glass dome. There's some white. What is that?
That's the trouble bubble. So I have trouble bubbles hanging.
Okay.
I got 5 more claws that just came out and he put in. Gridiron Studios. I love Gridiron. So I don't even have Gridiron stuff in my budget. And I still need to buy a $400 plus Phalanx eventually. So, and every add-on, but it is something my son likes. And that's a good thing. If you have a son or a daughter that collects, it's on another level because you want to do things your kids like, right? 2 giant men, which $199, pretty good deal. But it's just a mess. We've been working on that for a year, and it's taken me, and I got a library. That's where I'm at right now. So again, my library, there's the Hot Toys. I could not get the picture sent to me. Look at this floor, guys. All this crap, omnibus, just insane amount of stuff, comics.
At least you have the room, man. Like, at least you have the space to do that.
You've got so much more space. Your basement is bigger than my house.
You basically got a house, you got a house under your house.
Yeah, like bookshelves. I need more bookshelves. So this is like the little alley, and then I have a workout bench thing or whatever you want to call it. I haven't used that in 15, 20 years.
Bookshelves isn't one because like you're a big comic guy as well, and like I mean I'm the same. Like I start to go only hardcovers, but that takes up so much space, man. Like I've got like the bottom rows of all of my displays are just hardcovers. Like
my basement is 2,500 square feet.
Yeah, bigger than my house.
And I am looking like the area be underneath my stairs. It's got a room, and I built that one time as a I don't know what you call it, shooting range for my son for his Nerf guns.
That's
And
cool.
yeah, oh yeah, he was like
Dude,
3 years
what
old.
you have to come to Tokyo and visit me and Robert, and then you'll understand what space really is. Like, I mean,
Oh yeah. And you're
it's a
talking to a guy that would be, if I wasn't married, I'd be living out in the woods and doing weird stuff. I'd be like Nick Nolte in that one movie where he sets up bombs around his perimeter. Like I'm that type of weirdo that would do stuff like that. But you know, I met my wife, now I'm married, and it's got its benefits, but also sometimes it kills me because I really get a lot of happiness from you know, collect. It's a hobby. And
yeah.
you know, my dad, I remember he would always take me to the card shows because that was what he liked. And he always said, why did I sell? He didn't sell. Why did I put my Mickey mantle in my tire spokes?
Yeah.
Like, what? And you know, the comics and stuff like that, they never had the idea of collecting. When I was growing up, the only idea I had for collecting was baseball cards.
Yeah.
That's it.
Hmm.
And my dad would take me to these card shows. I'd meet like Marshall Falk in his rookie year, autographed for $5.
Wow.
Jerome Bettis, $5. I mean, it was cheap back then. Um, and you know, I had other like Charleston Heston. I had his signature. My brother knew him when he was alive, so he got a baseball. And the guy they used like it looks like an expo marker that faded out. Lego City. I guess I'll go ahead and show you the map.
I'll say too, back then it was more about collecting things to have. There was never a market for flipping stuff.
Yeah, and
So
you know,
to have
my,
someone's
And I
signature,
like
it was
that. I
just
like that
exciting
though,
to
man.
have it. It was not, I want to get your signature on something so I can then
For
sell it.
sure, for
Yeah.
sure.
So
But
you
those
know,
those days, that's like, I mean, like I do like a podcast thing with these guys from, it's called the Nerd Room, and like, you know, there's one guy, he's a proper cool guy, but like he collected stuff, like he got all his toys and he kept them in the boxes as a kid, and
Yeah.
he'd never open anything, and he
Wow.
goes down to his basement, he's got all his stuff there, and I'm like, man, like I don't know, man, like.
Yeah.
Back when I was a kid, man, like we opened shit. We opened it, we played with
Yeah.
it, we took it outside, we freaking had fun with it, and that's what it was about. Like I'm kind of glad
Oh,
that
yeah.
I didn't keep my Kenner Star Wars toys and, you know, keep them in packages. Like I'm glad I played with them, and it gives you that, and that's why as an adult, as a collector, I'm so invested in it because I'm trying to recapture those moments of having those toys and cracking open those boxes and playing with these figures and enjoying them. So yeah, I mean, I yeah, I don't know.
So this is the
I
Lego City.
don't regret the way we were back in
No,
the
not at
day.
all.
Shoot,
We
you
had
guys
fun.
can't even see it. I'm walking. Well, here, hold on.
You can see it.
No, but I gotta put myself full screen.
You
I
Okay,
just
love
need
how
to
so
light it down and see
you
all of
have lights in your ceiling, like
yeah,
shops. We have shops here in
yeah, it's a
Japan.
drop ceiling, so you're gonna have
It's
leaks and stuff. So this is the A-Team ramen van, I guess you'd call it. The Rumbler is kind of cool for photography.
dude, they're not to scale, man. That looks weird.
Yeah. Well, if you notice on the toy photography, a lot of these guys zoom in. So I have a background television long time ago. So I worked at ABC News 2020 and stuff like that. But and then CBS News locally. But they zoom in, they do like a mid shot or a close up, so you can't really tell. So this is a Lego City, and what's funny is I don't remember having Legos when I was a kid, but that Lego
What?
movie, yeah, that Lego movie, I don't, yeah,
You didn't
I
have
would
Legos as a kid?
when I was a child, no, but I don't know, maybe I did, but you know, my mom would take me to the store and she'd be like, "Oh, you did a month of chores, you can get a toy underneath $5."
Yeah.
And I would be like, "What?" You know, back then I was like, "Oh God, $5 is a lot, right?" And you know, I could get a GI Joe, and I got those Rambo figures, which were not really kid appropriate whatsoever. But my son's lucky to have me. So like that little Eiffel Tower, I bought that for my son for Christmas one year. And that's when he could do stuff on his own. So at the very
hold
top,
on. So you,
yeah,
that's his Eiffel Tower, your son's Eiffel Tower.
yeah, he built that. So
Oh, nice. Okay.
and then again, I can't see what I'm doing, but in the back is a thing called Sitcom Complex. So all the Lego sets that are sitcoms, if you buy them, it's next to the Daily Bugle. If you buy those, you can modify them and make, kind of custom. It's modifying because you're not building it from scratch. You get someone's plans on bricklink.com and you can build each floor using a Lego set, and you have to buy additional pieces. So one level is Friends. You could have a Seinfeld. I think I have two Seinfeld sets.
You got the Friends one?
Yeah, Friends. I have two more levels I'm looking at right now.
The
So at Thor's Penthouse, I haven't bought him the parts for that, but he's at the age where he can buy his own parts. It gets kind of costly. And I have the Office set, which sometimes goes on sale, and he can build those levels. And then, all this stuff I got. Now, that little jail or prison in the back, it was my idea. And I wanted to put it on top of a rock, like a rock structure, and we tried that. We failed miserably. So, and then you had a Statue of Liberty, which is called, what's it called? Brickopolis or something like that. Someone can correct me. Like I'm not real good. And then they had these little things that are ideas, like Kickstarter things, where people vote on. And I've been buying the smaller sets, and those go pretty quick. So that Snack Shack on the beach. So that's his current thing he's been working on.
That's right.
Yeah, and then he bought a bunch of these little 6,000 pieces that work on the water.
Wow.
I mean, he's at the age where he has more intelligence than I do now. These are you're gonna kill me because I have no idea how to say it. Ninjago sets.
Yeah, Ninjago.
I have, I did not grow up with that, but these sets are pretty cool to have. And just while I'm at it, look at this crap, dude. This is where, like, look at this. It's an issue, dude. So this is the light box that Sneaky Fingers told me about. My 1/18 stuff, and then just look at this, dude. This is crazy.
Wow.
And I like Notre Dame, so I have Notre Dame mini helmets.
Well, hold on. Like James Wilson, James brings up a really valid point. How are you dusting and cleaning this thing?
I tell my son to dust.
I have,
but it's
I have Lego. I have the Lego James Bond and Batmobiles and stuff. But like, man, dusting Lego is insane.
There's a bit of a technique to it, but if you do it regularly, it's not too bad. But obviously, air duster. But cosmetics brush is what makes Lego work. It hits all the spots without scratching anything.
Yeah, Bones.
For a set like yours, that would take. I couldn't even imagine how long.
Hey, Bones says, "Why do you have so many TVs?" So, at one time, the cable company told me I had the most TVs they've ever seen, and I lost count. So it's like 13 or 16 TVs. I do have a wall.
TVs from like
just wait, hey, you gotta see it. Look, 3 TVs. I mean, look at that. You talk about a hoarder, dude. I am a hoarder. I have issues. That's the first step, admitting, right? I got a TV I haven't turned on in probably 20 plus years.
Oh my days! Look, this analog
Notre Dame. I used to go to Notre Dame games. As my kids got older, I had to stop. Look at this TV, dude. That TV
brought up a good
cost like $3,000 probably.
Hold on. What's the freaking Tommy gun that you got there? Is that
I wasn't. Yeah, some things I'm not supposed to show you guys, but no, it's a pistol gun. It's a air pistol.
Airsoft.
Yeah, airsoft. I got that for my son. He's never played with it. So, because when we do stuff like that, I do live out in the country. You can do whatever you want in the country. So, where I live, you can do anything you want within reason. But you gotta be careful when you go outside. You'll never know who you'll meet. But you gotta do pretty good. And then that's my pile of shame when I'm trying to get into. So, oh, and I haven't even shown you guys my water heater room. You guys want to see an issue?
Let's have it. Hey, real quick, Sneaky brought up a good point with dust that I do too, is air purifiers. I think he's got multiple. I got a big one in here, but that helps a little bit with dust.
What do they do? They blow the air though, right?
They don't. No, they suck in the air and filter it.
Oh,
yeah. Right. I have an air filter, and it's been over a year and a half. I've been trying to. I forget to get it. So this is where all the extra stuff goes. This is all these little whatever. What do you call these little arts and crafts or tool bins, storage things? I can't think of. But just look at those Valverse cards I got there. And then behind this
lube. What's the lube for?
Oh, this is for binding of omnibus books. I'll buy random crap, but I never use it. You know, minifigures. Everything up here is Valverse, unopened. I'm not a reseller, so you know. I guess when I'm 60 years old, I can like make stuff when I retire. But this whole area is supposed to be for modding and creating new figures and stuff.
See, I tried to get into painting and modifying stuff, but the problem was that the paint fumes. It's so bad. Like it's so strong. You have to have some kind of extractor. So like I was painting in my back room with the window open, and you know my wife is like, it smells so strong. Like it's really bad. You have to have those extractors. You have to have some kind of extraction. It's kind of tough.
Oh yeah, and then I got, you know, I mean, I'm telling you guys, I got garage sales. Look at my Rattler I just opened,
dude.
Look at all those claws, and then look at this random crap I have. Like, I buy look at this stuff. Like I don't even have room.
Is that Rattler gonna stay? Is your Rattler gonna stay there on the floor?
Well, yeah, I'm trying like, oh God, hopefully nobody. Well, like I'll have books. I have books on a table that I'm like, oh, I was gonna give it to like a kid. Like
people want this Rattler, and then Ryan's got it on his floor.
Yeah. Oh God, camera fell off. Okay. So I got like this. I mean, my son's bad. Look what he bought at Star Wars. You know, all that good stuff.
Like that. He's got a son and he buys Star Wars.
Oh yeah, he's bad. We went to Disney. He bought so much money for that Star Wars.
I tried to get my daughters into Star Wars,
and let's see that Star Wars cabinet.
TMNT stuff, which I have no idea. Oh, I always look at that mini arcade. Oh, in my my classroom, I have 30 mini arcades. I have an arcade too in my classroom. Simpsons. Yeah, the kids love me, dude. And then look at this crap just all over the place. Look at that. Look at that. I have lights, but I'm not going to turn them on. Look at that pink Vanguard. Look at that thing in the back. The Air Tiger. Can't even see it.
I'm amazed you can walk through there.
Oh, I can't. My son would kill me right now. You see all those parachutes?
Man, I can't even comprehend the size of your basement. It's insane.
And I'm not even showing you the bedroom. Like, hopefully nobody ever, you know, my dad or my sister definitely wants to come over. But the last time I let them come over, they destroyed stuff. They ruined my front door. They clogged the toilet. And these boys, she has 6 boys.
Hold out on you.
What are you talking about?
I don't like people.
They took too many
breaking my stuff.
Too many dumps in your toilet. How'd they clog your toilet?
They're massive people. They're like Robert, but way bigger. Like all the boys are high school.
I don't think he gets bigger than Robert. I think he's.
Oh, they're huge. Well, their dad was a college football player. Here's manga. So this is how bad I am. Some kid in class goes, "Oh, I love manga." was like, I'll grab a manga. And what do? I buy all this.
Dude, I think
I never even read a
you
manga
you are
until.
probably the biggest victim of enablism in the world.
Like, yeah, I'm talking about a little.
Someone tells you something is good, and you just buy it.
Yeah, buy the crap. Usagi. I probably didn't even know you like. So I'm older, right?
Do you know who he is? Do you know who Usagi is?
Yes, I like literally to talk to the creators. Stan Sakai. I get like, I used to flip stuff. So Stan Sakai has a huge following. I got all the Berserk books. Like,
aren't you too old for Batman? Aren't you too old for that?
I probably, but dude, it was good. Like, I love. What do you think? You got to remember, I was in television.
Chainsaw Man. Have you ever watched Chainsaw Man? Have you watched it? Come on, Ryan.
I have Hulu, but the
I haven't watched it yet, but I keep meaning to. It's on my very long list.
And sorry about this camera stuff, but Usagi, like I had the hardcovers of Usagi. Each of them would go for $250, $300. So I wanted
to even pronounce it right. You don't even have to pronounce it.
Usagi Yojimbo?
The Usagi.
Usagi. Look, I got Hellsling. I've never read it, but support it. Kaiju number 8. I have Gantz, all the books. And then I got Akira.
That's not all the books, dude.
Look at that. I got Fist of North Star. I do not know any of this. So when I was I played tons of sports. So
those Akira books are hard to find. That's a good collection.
Alice in Wonderland. I love the old manga though. Orochi or whatever, like weird stuff. I do like that. Blade of the Immortal. Like, this is from one kid telling me they like manga. I'm like, oh, I'll check it out.
But I just love how you say I love your stuff, and you don't even know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Oh man.
DC versus Marvel, Full Metal Alchemist. Like, I read the first book. The problem with manga is I don't remember. I gotta watch what I say because
hold on. You just said I've read the first book, and you have like 10 plus books there.
Yeah, because once I get one book, I need the collection. So I figured out I can't read tons of volumes because I have a short-term memory loss or whatever you want to call it. Like, I can't remember. It's bad. I'll remember random stuff down here, like B-Stars. Why the heck am I reading this?
This is not Toy Hoarders. This is Manga Hunters, man.
Yeah,
Manga Hoarders.
I read that whole Netflix show. I bought this for my son. I don't know, Finding Neverland or something. One Punch Man. I watched the manga, and then I didn't realize anime. I didn't realize the anime is exactly like the books. And then Spy Family.
The manga and the anime are always really close. They're always really
Oh, look at this crap. This is hilarious. I got Han Solo print back here. I got stuff I forgot about. Look at that. A 4-pack of Usagi. Play more. And then I got like insane amount of books. I mean, I got things. I got some Moffex, good. Look at that. These are scary. Like, what if one of these books, I have almost books behind books, Green Lantern. And Robert's why are they still in plastic? Because I can't read.
Hold on. James Wilson's comment is perfect. He said, "You are the perfect reason why some adults shouldn't be allowed to control their own money."
Yeah, you're right. Look at that. I love these figures. And then Kaji tells me I need more. I'm gonna do it. I don't know if I'm supposed to share it, but he's gonna give me more, especially that Superman. We're gonna do something to Superman. Instead of just like doing it with that Superman, popping his head off, he's got an idea. I was like, go get me more. And a lot of times he forgets because I always want stuff.
Robert can't get you anymore because he's just like pissing off everybody at Medicom.
Yeah, like crap. He's like, Ryan's gonna kill me. No, he did tell me he couldn't pick me up, so which is fine. I don't care. I mean, I already have it, but that's why I don't care. I was gonna give it for a giveaway, and then just like Greenland, like I haven't even started reading these. Superman, he's probably my favorite hero, but Batman is easy to read. That's a character I can read. And then I've read like my favorite books up there, the favorite stories.
With the Batman stuff, the world's finest Batman Superman comics are like some of the best. I have to buy them all the time. They're so good.
But like absolute transmitter trial. I don't think I even like that. I can't even say
transmitter. That's a good read.
I've read a little bit. I was like, oh, I can sell these books. I sold one for $500. I can't remember if it was volume 2 or volume 3. So they get reprinted. I don't even know if I'm showing it to you. They get reprinted sometimes, but there was a guy I know that has connections in Marvel, and this is DC though. But he would tell me when things would get reprinted, I would just sell them for humongous gains of profit. There's the little BBs.
Are you saying you're a scalper? Are you
not anymore? Not anymore. I would do Zoom sessions with a guy for $22 a month. You tell me everything.
Wow. Did you ever consider going digital? Just asking.
No, digital. I can't do digital. My eyes suck. And then I have to put books behind
Your
books.
eyes suck. It's the same. What are you talking about?
I have these epic collections. These are behind books. But once you buy an epic collection,
it's easier to see because it's brighter.
Yeah, and it takes up less than a shelf.
I went digital quite recently. Like I have a lot of hardcovers, but I went digital with a lot of stuff. It's actually better. It's easy. It's easy to read. It's easy to like take care of stuff. And
then you guys,
dude, all those books. I guarantee you haven't read half of them.
You got thousands. Oh, I haven't.
Look at these books. Some of them have plastic paper on them. Plastic wrapping.
Well, they're worth more. And then I got crap all over the place.
You got hold on. You got Saga. You got the Saga. Have you read Saga?
What are you saying? What?
Saga 1, 2, 3. You got Saga volume.
I don't think. Where are you looking at? Oh, Saga. No, because there's going to be a 4th volume. So I haven't read it yet. Yeah, look at this. I bought the dragon hoops for my daughter, and I wouldn't let her have it, so I just took it.
Saga is like one of the best freaking sci-fi stories in modern history, and you haven't even read the books that you have on your shelf.
No, because
this is why it's called. This is why it's called Toy Hoarder. You're hoarding stuff, man. You need to. Dude, you got the Descender and Ascender Volume 1 there.
Yeah, and I bought it 3 times, I think. Because I'll find out the market. So the mouse book or whatever.
Descender 1 is so hard to find now. Like I can't get that book.
Yeah,
I want that book, but I can't get it. That's the
well, that's why you got to talk to me, and I'll tell you. Like I'll get random stuff. So Rick Remender's huge for resale.
Lock and Key as well.
Look, Madman, Judge Dredd. Look at that TMNT. Now this is great. I think number 17 is coming out. Look at this G.I. Joe Transformers collection versus G.I. Joe. Sorry. That has signatures in it, and I got it for like $15. And it's crazy what they put on there. Like I have G.I. Joe books. Some of these books are great. Like I'll read some, and I love it. Like this Irredeemable.
Oh, those are fantastic books.
One of those volumes were over $1,000 at one time.
It's Irredeemable, and then the what's the companion book to it? They're both
Inseparable or Incorruptible.
Incorruptible, that's it.
Yeah, I have that behind Bond.
So good. Have you read them?
Irredeemable, all of them I've read.
Yeah.
It's basically like the Superman went bad kind of an idea.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a boys vibe to it, but
which is good because I can't remember stuff. I can always reread it. That Judge Dredd, The Cursed Earth has McDonald's.
What's that? John Wick? Is it John Wick comic?
That's a John Wick book. Is it from Greg?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, James Bond books are great.
Yeah, the Bond books are good.
Many of them.
They're really good.
I love Brubaker. Now Brubaker I've read. So I've read like the trade of that Kill or Be Killed, but then they come out of the hardcover, so I'll read that. A gentleman I knew had, I think he has, he's still alive, I think. But he had cancer, so I gave him all the soft covers. And then that's pretty sad that I said I think he's alive. I need to double check. It's people that you meet like in a hobby, and then you just, with books, I just don't have as much time. I gotta be careful on the show. You never know.
Yeah, double check if someone's alive.
Yeah, look at that Mythic Legion though, right there. That's at one time was a $300 figure. I don't know if it is anymore. I won that watching. And I don't know what I'm showing you. I won that from watching YouTube. Purple Gang, I think. Mythic Legions. Those people in Mythic Legions are very helpful. And I can't show you.
Invincible. You got the Invincible books? Nice.
Yeah, I've read all those. It's a real long series. It gets boring in parts. I got Postal Monsters, which I've
read all the Invincible.
Monsters is great, dude.
Monsters.
Yeah. Then in Brubaker, I got Transformers IDW Season 2, which, Postal, to be honest with you,
Monsters, nice.
And then I got that Yoda was like $10 at Walmart. Oh, look at my ceiling. My son loves hanging these things up. That comic book spinner I took from a girl's room.
What's that Yoda? What's that Yoda? It's
a robotic Yoda.
Okay.
This is a long time ago. It moves around. I probably have batteries in it still, so it's
motion activated, right?
Yeah. And I'm not kidding. They couldn't sell this stuff at like Walmart, Toys R Us, and you get them on sale for cheap. Then I got my movie posters, and I have light boxes. I got one for free because it was scratched up. Then Omnibus.
I wish I could do the one when you have the 1/6, you have them with no stands. I wish I could do that here.
Yeah,
because we have earthquakes and stuff, like I can't have them not supported.
Yeah, I got Star Wars. I got so much crap. Look at the floor is insane. That's the Pimp Daddy gridiron on the floor.
You got the Mezco. That's the Mezco Green Goblin there.
Yeah,
man,
it's just on the floor. Like
Jason convinced me to get that, man, but I'm just like,
did you open it?
No, I don't have it. Like, you convinced me, but like, it's still available. There's one left.
Well, I'm glad to know I enabled somebody myself.
And these are all hot toys. I got so many in the back and everything. I got Transformers back there too. And then just art prints. I have so many art prints I need to put up. Look at that Bat Pod back there. I'm thinking about getting rid of it, but I don't know. All these head sculpts. I have ideas like that side of that bookshelf there. Just put little adhesive, racks and put shelves on it. Man, we're going pretty far. Okay, you guys haven't seen the scary stuff yet. So
there's more?
There's so much more. It's not even close, guys. So let's take a look at
you're making me feel better about my office, that's for sure.
What's the scary stuff? Is it in your bedroom?
The numbers. So you're about to see the numbers. So it's funny, like all these people dropped off. Watch this. So the future, again, we're not gonna get into that. We'll get another stream about that. I'm gonna let you guys
gonna drop off because they're scared. Like your basement is insane. Like,
well, the problem is when you look at it, it gets nuts. So I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Give me some time to figure out who's coming on and stuff like that. If you want to join, again, I'm not gonna interview you. You can bring something like show and tell at the end. We'll go around and show whatever you got.
Yeah, just come on, man. Like I'm not prepared. Just
Yeah.
Well, yeah, anybody can join us. It's no big
I
deal.
kind of want to see. I want to see the faces of some of the people because there's a lot of
that would be cool.
there's a lot of good people in the chat.
And I'll tell you what, if you come on and stay with us a little bit, that's a link. So, yeah, I've never done that before, but we'll figure out that you're in backstage. So, you can join us if you want to.
KJ.
Yeah. So let's
James,
take a look.
Bones.
If you get KJ to come on, Kaiju Daddy will lose his mind.
Yeah. I'm going to give you Wolverine entries, guys. I don't want to tell everybody how many I'm going to give you, but if you tap in Wolverine right now, I'll at least give you some entries. So I think KJ has a bunch.
I post these hashtags on your things all the time. Like I don't like you.
Yeah, it took you a Joey asked, how am I keeping track? I'm like, dude, it's so hard. But I got no.
You must be struggling because, like, I mean, like people are posting stuff all the time.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta hit the bell. And I'll do that.
Your wheel is gonna be like 4,000 people.
Yeah. So again, I'll cut off that Wolverine. So if you join us, oh, we got somebody here. Mr. James, and he goes by the one and only. I had to think about that.
Hey, James.
He's behind.
Take the.
There he is.
Hey,
hello. I'm not doing too bad. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Real good.
Yeah. It's late afternoon here in the UK. I've just been in awe watching this tour, Ryan. Like seriously, you are terrible.
It's nuts.
This guy's he's from, like, I'm from the UK as well. Like, I mean, we don't have houses like this. Like in Japan, it's even smaller.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, even in the UK, I wouldn't, like, his room would be my room. Like, I mean, we don't have this, right? Like, this is
not at all. Like the amount of space I have. I was never able to collect before because I never had any space whatsoever. And then we moved into a new house, and I work from home, so I've got my own office now. So my plan was to always build up my own office to make it into a little haven for myself. But like, it's not big enough. Like this is the size of my office here. So I've got shelves at the side, and then as you can see, I've got. So yeah, there's all my Star Wars stuff. There's my new T-shirt that I ordered from.
Oh, you
from
daddy T-shirt. What's
Yeah. And then I've got more stuff over here. Stuff over here. Pokemon. Do loads of Pokemon.
But dude, that's a England house. That's a normal England house.
No, it is, and as I say, there's not a massive amount of space, but I sort of I work with it, and the display behind us with all my hot toys, and what I want to do is I want to sort of get rid of the shelves, and I want to get a custom one built up, so then I can have it so I can do wider displays, because I like putting 1/12 in with my 1/6, and like you see the Batman that I've got here, and then the Superman and the Iron Man, they've all got the little 1/12 in with them as well, and I like my displays to be that way, but I sort of want to make them bigger and more dynamic. But yeah, just the space at the moment is that's what's keeping me grounded at the moment with hot toys. So I would never be as bad as Ryan. Like I'm far too anal and organized for that. But I think if I did have more space, then I definitely would collect more. I am terrible, and I'm the type of person that I will tell myself that I don't need something, and then within time I'll have ordered 2 or 3 of them. I started only ordering one of things, But now I'm like, used to watch the streams with Rob and Ryan, and they'd be talking about ordering two and three of this and 2 or 3 of that, and yeah, like I'm doing that now. So like you can see my boxes behind
enabling
here.
man, they're enabling you.
Yeah,
Come on, man. Like
they are terrible. Like look,
Rob's terrible. Rob is the worst. Honestly,
look,
he makes me buy stuff I don't want.
Just stuff in boxes that I haven't opened yet. There's loads of I've got loads of boxes behind here. I keep trying to renew all my different boxes. So Al's just noticed the Ami box behind us. But yeah, I've got loads of other stuff as well that I just I keep all of my boxes, so all my Mafex stuff and all of my my third party stuff. I keep all those boxes as well. So all those boxes get stored in the garage. I've got airtight containers, but that's getting out of hand because all of the boxes need boxes themselves, and it's just it's getting crazy.
I'm starting to get to where I have to reconsider my box situation since I was not planning on having hundreds of boxes.
No, neither was I. The only problem I have though is if I notice that I'm spiraling with something, or if I want to do something a little bit different or change it up, I make compromise with myself. So I'll be like, oh, if I get into this line, I'll get rid of that line. So I'll box everything back up, and everything I keep is in pristine condition, and everything I sell is practically brand new. And you know, when I'm packaging stuff up to resell it on, I'm taking care with it, and then the person that gets it is getting a brand new figure almost. And I love doing that because it means that somebody else in the community gets, you know, a fantastic figure that's being looked after. And it means that people are fine buying from me because they know I look after my stuff. But if you don't have boxes, people don't like it, and they won't buy.
It's the same. Like living in Japan is the same. Like I have to keep the boxes because people want the boxes, and people keep things like so pristine in such good order. If you don't have a box, you're not selling it.
Oh yeah.
Hey, it's also an easy way to show it's authentic with the stickers on it and all.
Yeah, because with especially with the Mafex ones, you get the little slip inside. I always keep everything, even when I'm taking figures apart, and I take the little cellophane out of the joints. I keep the little cellophane so that when I'm selling it on, I take the figures apart and I put the cellophane back in. So literally, the next person that's getting it is getting a brand new figure. And as I say, like, if I look at all of my shelves and stuff, there's stuff that I will get rid of and move on that I do regret, and I'll have to buy it again. Sometimes I have to buy things 2 or 3 times, and I hate paying the aftermarket prices. But I only got into collecting about not even 2 years ago. So as I say, when I moved into my new house, it was about 1.5 years ago, and that's when I started. That's when I sort of flicked the switch in myself and started buying all of this stuff. And I've gained loads and loads of stuff, but I've also sell loads of stuff. I've got a spreadsheet where I know exactly how much I've spent. I know exactly how much I've spent on shipping as well. Like this year alone, I've spent about £700 on shipping, just for shipping, and that's crazy. The one thing about not living in these places, it's all about the shipping cost. It's crazy.
Hey, we got Sean, Nightmares Cave.
Hey.
What's up, Sean?
Hey, Sean.
Hey, everyone. How's it going?
Thanks, Sean.
Going real good.
How you going, dude?
So Sean's a big time 1/6 collector. So he's been around for a long time, right, Sean?
A long time.
I think around 2015 is when I started collecting 1/6.
Nice.
Yeah. So Sean's got how many clones? Do you have a count? How many clones, Hot Toys 1/6 you have?
No, I haven't kept up. I have over 100 though. I can actually show you guys right now.
Okay.
Nice.
Let me turn the display lights on. So I'm in the process of having another house built, so I'm packing everything. But my house is still better than Ryan's.
Yeah.
So it's a little more organized.
Man, your house already looks bigger than Ryan's. Look at this. He's just walking through freaking.
Oh yeah.
So, just to give you a look. So this is from the far wall here.
Nice.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah.
So all this stuff here is about to get boxed up.
Wow.
Damn. This guy's like a bat cave. Look at this.
It's
And his
crazy.
shelves are too deep, guys. You know.
Again, though, Dustin, how do you get away with Dustin? Because like I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I have two daughters that make money off of dusting and cleaning.
I'm not surprised.
Windex has stayed in business because of me.
Yeah.
They don't have dusting in America. Like, it seems to be a thing.
So I have an air filter right there in the corner.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, that's key. Look at that man.
Oh, that Mandalorian,
Yeah.
See that? Yeah, we don't have space for stuff like that.
I hate my life. Why do I live in Japan?
So, like, for example, these just came in today. So these two are custom.
Look at that. Hold on. What's that? What the fuck? That's insane.
What are you talking about, Tokyo Joe? Oh, his I thought you were talking
the G.I. Joe figures.
Razor Crest. Yeah, that.
The Razor Crest. Look at that Razor
He's sitting
Crest.
in here.
Wow.
Look at that Razor Crest.
Are you feeding them? All right. Well, he's ranting me for protection.
So you guys know. So this display cabinet right here. These are two Billy bookcases from IKEA that I attached together to make it deeper.
Wow.
Then these ones over here. These ones are 3 deep.
Dang.
That can put you in perspective.
That's cool.
Look at that. 3 blurred.
You got 3 blurs.
Hey, I'm telling you, people crapped on the blurred, but I love my blurred. Look at that.
The blurred's great, but like he's got 3. Like we don't buy blurreds. We can't display them because they're too big. He's got.
So those figures are probably at the time, at least $250, guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. You see, that this is why I didn't get into the clones, and there's just far too many of them. So with Star Wars, I refuse to buy anything that's like repeatable or anything like that. Thank you.
This is like the most insane collection I've ever seen in my life.
It's crazy.
We're talking
wow
investment. Look at that. Show that shelf. So everybody slept on the shinies, man.
I love how Ryan just uses the word. This takes investment.
Yeah. If I had his collection, it would take me.
This is my favorite release from last year.
This takes crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. People canceled on that. And I'm just like, why did you cancel?
Damn.
See, I'm the type of person where I'll buy one of something to have out, and then I'll be quite happy. And then I might have a boxed one to sell on or sell to a friend later.
Yeah, but
on.
like I'm the same, but I think I do that for a reason because I can't afford multiples. It's kind of
there's lots of people in the UK that I'm always chatting to people on eBay and stuff.
Yeah,
because of to buy more, wanting to buy more figures, and I think especially on shipping, because if I get 2 figures shipped together, it's the shipping works out cheaper. So what I'll do is I'll sell the figure on and then claim my shipping costs back.
Yeah.
Sean, show that Bantha again. So tell them that's a custom or small order, right?
It's from Inbox Studio.
Yeah, Inbox Studio. Tell them how much that
from Thailand.
Yeah, how much did that cost?
I don't remember. His stuff is really reasonable.
Oh, it is.
He's the one who just recently did the Tauntauns in 1/6 scale. He was also the one who did this blurg before Hot Toys announced making the blurg. And this one here is closer to what the animated series looked like versus the one from Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So that's why I have a clone on the other one. But, and then when Hot Toys announced, he was in the middle of making the dewback, but then Hot Toys announced it, so he had to cancel making the dewback.
Oh, okay.
And then that's when he went to the Tauntaun.
Yeah. Do you remember how many of those he made? Because I know a lot of them try to do under 99 or something like that.
No, I think most of his stuff is 200 or less.
Oh, 200. Okay.
But it's always usually more than 100.
Yeah. I just remember the statues that I collect. It was always, they always said it was small batch, but they would do like a different version and get around it. And you're getting back into G.I. Joe, correct? With the 1/18th?
No, I'm limiting myself on the 1/18th. Or that's a 6-inch, right? 1/18th.
No, 1/18th, 4 inch or less.
Oh, so with the 3.75 figures, right now my goal is I'm only collecting on card.
Okay.
But if I get a vehicle like I loved as a child, then I'm buying that. But for the 6-inch line of G.I. Joe, I'm just buying a vehicle that I want. And like, so for example, I ordered the Snowcat.
Oh, yeah.
I have the Dragonfly. I didn't order the Rattler, but I need to get one.
Yeah.
I have to hit tank.
You might be able to get that, you know, close to what it went up to, went up for what last year. But the Rattler is a lot bigger than I thought. I wasn't expecting it to be so massive. And I'm glad I only got one because it takes up a lot of room. A lot of room. Pre-order. So we all probably would agree on this. Pre-orders is too easy to do. Hey, Sean, thanks a lot for showing that.
You're welcome.
The pre-order is so easy to do. I mean, we got computers, cell phones. You can do the pre-order. It's so simple. So anytime you have something simple to to do, it's going to make it a lot easier, and you're just going to rack it up. So Jason was nice enough to show me his spreadsheet. James has talked about that. Do any of the other people have any spreadsheets or anything like that?
I do.
You do? So I don't have any spreadsheets. I use the company site. So on these numbers, it's not all my numbers. I gave up after only looking at 2 websites. So just for example, just today, probably for 1 hour, I went through Hasbro Pulse's website, which is kind of hard to find all your pre-orders, but I did this quickly. And then I also used Big Bad Toy Store, which is the easiest to cancel, especially if you don't go $100 or more, because you don't lose the NRD. So BBTS, I'm looking in the future, they're going to make it a little bit more challenging. So just on these 2 sites alone for 1/12, I have 142 things, give and take. Maybe I missed some things, but just on those 2 sites, 142 things on pre-order. And I'm at, what is it, $6,053. And I was like, dang, I thought I was doing pretty good. I don't know what happened. So Hasbro Pulse is an addiction too. So what I'll do is I'll order a couple extra here and there, and I try to do army building. And then when it gets closer, and if you get noticed, so B's Battlegrounds, who's in our group, does a lot of G.I. Joe. He gets him first. I don't know how he's getting him first, but he does a lot of reviews and little shorts on it. But if I see it and I'm like, man, I need to go look to see how many I have in order. And I'll have like 2, 3, 6 of them on order. And a lot of times I have to reduce it pretty quick, but sometimes they slip. So 142 on order at $6,053. So that's just on 2 sites. I don't have the overseas sites. I don't have 5K on there. And Mythic Four Horsemen store, I don't have that stuff on there either. So again, I went all in on one wave with Mythic Legions. I kind of scaled back. I also have a dragon on pre-order, over 1,000. I just thought of that too. So 1/6. I only went on 2 sites. I'll let you know.
Right. Sorry, Ryan. Let Jason wants to come back in. He's
Jason's in there. Okay, so on 1/6, I only use one site. I'll tell you one site. The second site I won't let you know. But it's a small timer. So not a small timer. It's a one guy shop. Sean knows who it is. Kaiju Daddy knows probably. But I don't want to get him in trouble because there's some benefits going in with smaller shops. So I don't want to give out that information. But Sideshow and the other site, I have, oh shoot, sorry. Forgot how to do this. 22 on order, and a lot of them just shipped. And there's things I need to order. So 22 is actually not bad at all. And when I said that, I'm like, dang, I only have 16 on Sideshow. I was like, that's really good. But look at that amount. So $7,375. And there's guys like 60, 80. A couple years ago, hundreds. So thank God. Sean's probably been up there. I know that. So 22 on order, 7,375. And there's some Hot Toys I have to get. Like I canceled Kane, and I need to get him to go with John Wick. So I need to order that. Last night, I'll just go ahead and tell you, King Shark. For some weird reason, I'm like, I want King Shark. He might be better, the Hot Toy, because it's like $118 on sale right now through one of the stores. Then if you go overseas, you might find it even cheaper. But the problem is shipping. So you rack up $28 on shipping, and it gets up there. And they're not even charging you tax. So it gets costly, and it's like, do I really need a King Shark to go with my Mezco figures? Like the Decapod gang and the Dick Tracy figures. So it's kind of funny when you look at it. So that's just in that. So 1/18th. So I'm really good on 1/18th, the line I wasn't even really going into, but now I am because I went to a Joe Fest, and Joe Fest is a great con to go to, but 1/18th stuff there, and you see it in person, you're like, dang, I need to get that. And LaCroix's toys, I bought an exclusive from him. I got Fumbles for $175 because Seth Green signed it. You know, there was only 99 of them. So I have that. And then Marauders, Gun Runners, had a build your own figure at Joe Fest. So my son, you know, I was like, oh, he needs to do that because it's a, you know, a cool experience. And we got probably $300 worth of that. And I was telling some of the guys, the guy, I think it's a sales tactic. There's always a missing part in the orders. So we bought at Joe Fest. One of the figures we got didn't even have a head sculpt. So what do? Contact the guy. He's like, oh, I'll give you free stuff. So I spend, you know, $140 on more figures. And then all of a sudden, that comes in, and it doesn't even have the stretcher for one of the figures. It was their most expensive 1/18th figure they had. It was like a deluxe set, and it was like a wounded guy in a stretcher, right? So I contact him, and he's like, well, you can get you got to understand, we have 3,000 things, you know, on hand. It's really hard to pick them. And I'm like, what the heck? So I took 2 or 3 days later, and I told my son, I said, make sure you open up all the figures and make sure nothing else is missing. And guess what's missing? One of the bodies isn't even the body that he was supposed to come with. So he shipped it to me, of course. And I'm like, I need to chill out on the Marauder Gun Runners. And I've been getting into World War II action figures, which is pretty cool. Well, you got the British, you got the Americans, you got the Japanese, you got the Germans. And, you know, they're pretty cool, but they're the same cost as most, or, you know, Hasbro, Marvel Legends, GI Joe in 1/12. So you're not saving money. And then one morning I wake up, go on my Facebook, and there's this thing called Chicken Fried Toys. So Chicken Fried Toys, I guess, supposedly is going to come out with like a Western GI Joe figures. And what do I do? I buy $220 worth of Chicken Fried Toy Western figures because two of them look like Clint Eastwood. And it's just insane. And hopefully they're coming soon. But what's going to happen is I open them, be like, oh, I need more. So again, 1/18th, I'm pretty good. I only got 14 on order. So again, that's only 2 sites. Well, Kickstarter with Grindhouse Toys, and you guys got to check out these Grindhouse Toys line. It's like World War Hell or something like that. The guy's pretty talented. He's done a lot of the paint jobs for Monster Force. I think he changed a lot of the Monster Force figures. But it's 1/18th, and you know he's going to go into 1/12 eventually. I think he's only started like 3 or 4 years ago. And his packaging is insane. Like his packaging is better than anyone I can think of.
So, is that the one with the VHS packaging?
Yeah. Oh, the VHS cool. Tapes.
Yeah.
So it looks like an old VHS tape with whatever they call it, slipcase. It's all beat up. I mean, I think he has a degree in like advertising design or whatever they call it, graphic design. But you can tell this guy's talented. At the time when he started, he got chosen for, Operation Joe's, which is using a lot of the old GI Joe creators, 3D Joe's, I think, or Operation Joe's. But he's got a bunch of 1/18th. He got selected for one of the designs he made, and they're making it. And then Bobby Valverse contacted him to also do a figure. I think Bobby didn't use it. And then he does the Skeletor looking dude. What did he call that? But that figure alone, you can't even find it on eBay. That's how talented this guy is. But his World War Hell Kickstarter is insane. I only ordered 4 because you know how I am. I totally forgot about this Kickstarter. I'm out and about doing whatever I need to do in life. And I put my order 1 minute before it closed. So I bought 4 figures. And I definitely need to go all in on his stuff because his stuff's awesome. So you're spending mid-30s on one figure, and then he gives you a little bit of discount. But
how did you hear about all of this, Ryan?
I saw him at Joe Fest.
Yeah,
and people really support him. He's helped other lines. So, like when I went and saw him the second day, he wasn't there. Some other guy was there. He's probably someone important, but I didn't know who it was. And I just looked at the stuff. I'm like, dang, this guy's talented. I've seen him on streams, but he goes to conventions and he's talkative. So when you go to cons and you talk to the people at the booths, you can tell who has a personality, who is a good salesperson, and they're successful. And then you talk to the other people, and you're like, it's hard to have a conversation with them. And a lot of times when I talk to people, I'm like, I need to shut up, kind of a thing. Like I need a filter. Or my daughter will be like, Dad, you're annoying. You know, that kind of attitude. My wife gives me that weird look. But Grindhouse Toys is a line I would look into. Very talented guy. The Curly's Toys is pretty cool. Marauder Gun Runners, I'm not really sure about them. And there's more. And you guys know the YouTuber is Chad. He's in a 1/18th, the Lord scale he talks about. But I put a message. I don't even remember what it was. He's like, send me a message. We'll talk about 1/18th. I'm like, you know what happens if I talk to somebody about 1/18th? I'll be buying it. So, yeah, Valverse is going into it. I think Super 7 will eventually lose G.I. Joe. And maybe somebody will pick it up one day. I might go down that route. The USS Flag, I'm telling you right now, I could see that pop up as a HasLab in 1/18th. So just be ready for that. So again, massive amounts here. And the next slide, it turns to red. Why? Because I got to figure out something. So maybe not next weekend, but 2 weeks from now, we'll take looks maybe at another person's collection and their pre-orders. Hopefully, gets you guys going, or Jason. Or James can show us their spreadsheet, because spreadsheet's another issue. Now,
Yeah,
James, are you in the IT field or?
Yeah. So that's I'm an IT consultant by trade.
Oh.
So two of these guys are IT people.
Yeah.
Spreadsheets. Yeah. I'm not in the IT game, so the closest I got to that was do cybersecurity a couple years ago. A guy in the government asked me. I knew through basketball.
You're really missing out. IT is super rewarding nowadays.
Yeah. He told me he was a college basketball player and he didn't have the brains, but he got trained by a real good guy, an older guy that taught him everything. But I looked into it, and man, it's just hard to get in a new thing. Once you hit a certain age, it's kind of hard to see yourself doing a new career. But total.
Yeah.
Do I even have the grand total on here? Well, we'll figure this out. So what's missing? Books. I've been going since 2017, spending probably $100 a week on books or more. So I need to really buckle down on the book ordering. I've done a lot better, but I'm still buying like trades and stuff like that. Living in this world.
Fine tune.
Yeah, I got to really fine tune it. So
I've just realized what this stream is, though, Jason. It's a self cry for help, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. It's an AA.
Yeah. It's literally
My name's Dick Fletcher, and I have issues.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, we all have issues.
You've
self-intervention.
Self-intervention.
You've literally started a self-intervention and invited people to come in and tell you to stop doing it.
Yeah, and if Kaiju Daddy was here, he'd make fun of me, which is fine. Like I've been made fun of my whole life about things, which is fine. But at the same time, though, a lot of times you don't want to think about things, and then you look at. So what's missing? Again, I've only looked at 2 sites, guys. So what's the other sites? Toys Metaverse. 16kit,
BC Toys, 5K. There's so many.
Yeah, it's insane. Ami, Hobby Ginky,
Search,
Nerd Zoic,
Plaza, Ami.
Yeah. And I have to go on those sites to even remember if I had things on order. Like the Chaos Superman. I have a shipment for Japan, hopefully, sometime soon.
I think everyone slept on Chaos. That Superman is just.
I did not. That thing is spectacular.
Yeah, it really, really is. I made the mistake of I put up a post on Facebook the other day showing all the different figures that I had. I'm getting rid of all of my SHF MCU stuff, and I took pictures or just rattled through my my photo reel on my phone and put loads of pictures up of the stuff I was getting rid of, and I put up loads of pictures that was next to stuff that I wasn't getting rid of, and everybody would send us DMs about the stuff that I wasn't getting rid of, and most of it was the National Defender, the Chaos Superman, and I had loads and loads of people messages about that, and I was like, no, he's just in the photos by accident.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, loads of people slept on it. I think a lot of people got the Batman, the Chaos 002 that's coming out. The Dark Vigilante, I think he's called.
Yeah. Which, I mean, the Batman, I'll have it in hot toy form, most of them or some of them, and they'll come out with 1/12. I'm just like, do I really need it? Like Star Wars, do I really need 1/12 Star Wars? Because I had the Black Series, and I got lucky, and I had the smarts because I was doing eBay back then. And what James was talking about boxes, James, I had 3 closets of boxes and foam inserts, bubbles, and I finally said, heck with this. I got to get rid of it. And it just piles up. But it's a lot of work, and I listen to other people from other countries. Seems like it's harder and harder to do. Well, I live in a small town, so I can go right down the street and box it up. Or I'm at work, I can do it at there, but it's insane. I don't do eBay anymore. I might be selling stuff on the group and hopefully avoid those fees, because I noticed the fees were cutting into everything. So again, things I'm missing is the book, some site overseas, and I do the comic book store just to go in and talk to usually it's older guys, so I talk to them really quick. And I told them when I first talked to them, I have to come in, get my pull, I have to leave. Like, I can't hang out because I'll buy stuff. Like, they have baseball cards, Ozzie Smith rookie, Mickey Mantles, Billy Martin. My dad loved Al Kaline because my dad's from Michigan. And I looked at the cards, I go, I have those, but I don't have them graded. Grading and having a letter of authenticity for photographs, I didn't do that we didn't know what that was.
No.
So again, a lot of things missing. Lego, that's a lot of money. Now art prints is something Kaiju Daddy and I do. I'm pretty good on art prints, I feel like. I collect a certain person, some artists, but Kaiju Daddy's insane. We need to have Kaiju Daddy sometime break this down. And I bet you anything, and this is calling him out, he ain't going to do it because he knows once he looks at the cost. But grand total just from 4 sites is $13,788. So that's just on 4 sites, and then 1/18 is a Kickstarter. And what else? Chicken fried toys, which I just got into, and we'll see those. And I'll probably do videos on chicken fried toys and see if they're really worth it. But you can't pass up.
You're not tracking anything on when anything's coming out, or
no,
like nothing at all. You're not tracking any of that, like what's already been released that you could be notified any time is going to ship. You're not tracking any of that.
No.
How the hell do you do that?
So I gotta say that you get collecting for me and not getting myself into more trouble than I'm already in.
Well, yeah, I don't have time. Like at 3:00 today, I'm gonna be outside hustling. People will try to recruit me for like whatever career they're in or industry, and I got about 10 more years of teaching, and then I'm done. But I'll be a guy working until 70 years old, probably until I lose a leg, because I'm diabetic. So sometimes I'll be like walking around. I tell my wife all the time, I was like, dude, I can't even feel my left leg or something. It's like dragging. I'll be out there hustling, grinding just to be able to afford this stuff. But I like people too much, and I like toys too much. I like, doing things way too much. But I don't have any time to grind it out, get a spreadsheet like Denobi. Well, he called like Tracker 1000 or something, which was a great idea. But Jason's going to be my accountant or whatever, my tracker, I think, or James will be. And we're going to get this stuff under control because I got 2 college-age kids. My wife thinks my youngest, he might be, I don't want to put pressure on him, but thinks, he's going to get a scholarship. But we make too much as, joint income. And unless we lie or something. But my daughter worked hard and got some scholarship. But it's only like $4,000 a year. And I hate to tell people this, but college ain't cheap, right? In the United States. So I'm a short guy, so my kids will not be into sports. My daughter's good in basketball, but she gave up. Girls give up in high school. And then my son is book smart. He's #1 in his class. I'm like, well, I hope he gets a full ride somewhere. So we'll see. I have relatives that went to MIT. Very intelligent, but you gotta remember, my dad was from a family of 14, so your chances are a little bit higher, right? But I just wish my son would some type of scholarship. So it's pretty crazy what's out there in the world. Anything else, guys? You want to look at things on BBTS? You guys want to show me anything? Tokyo Joey just said good night.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
you got to jump on doing a spreadsheet, or you're just gonna never jump with that. It takes a while, and you can start with just what's newer. But anybody out there, I'm happy to share my basic template if anybody really wants it. But just keep track of where it's coming from, how much it costs, when it's supposed to show up, and you'll be okay as long as you keep updating it, or even if you update it just every once in a while. But
yeah,
mine's got at least right about 100 things on it right now, and there's no way I'd be able to find any of that stuff otherwise, especially because some of these sites, like you said, especially like Genki, are terrible for tracking even with their stuff. So I do
you say that with Genki. I was on my spreadsheet. I always write where I'm getting it from, what the manufacturer is, and what the figure is. But now I've started putting the order number in from Genki.
Yes.
Yeah. The most annoying thing about Genki is when you do the pre-order, when you pay for shipping separately, or when you want to combine and then get the invoice for shipping, you get a brand new order number, and it just confuses the even more.
Yeah, they do that. It's terrible.
Yeah. So say you've got two figures, you might have two figures, and then you'll have an order number for each one of those. Then you'll have a separate order number for the shipping invoice and the paying invoice if it's a buy now, pay later. And it's just absolutely crazy. So yeah, I've started listing all of the order numbers with it so then I can match them up as I'm going along, because it is just far too much.
And that's just one site. So
just
you start adding it all up. I also put in what the original price that I locked it in for is, because I've had more than a few places try and bump it up, and I'll call them out on it. If you put a down payment on it, a pre-order, NRD, whatever, put that in there too, so you have tracking of it. Then you can, especially if you're using Excel, you can sort it by the store, by release date, by the manufacturer. It makes your life so much easier, especially if you're collecting big numbers. Like Ryan, I don't know how you manage to keep up with that stuff.
Oh, it's crazy, guys.
Yeah.
Just take a look at this BBTS, which is gonna be funny. So Big Bad Toy Stores, a humongous enabler. So the interface is pretty easy to find. So there's a couple things like Acid Rain. You guys can see this, right?
Yeah.
You enabled me right into that one, man. I wasn't going to get any of those, and then I pre-ordered all four of them. They look really cool.
Which is
a perfect example of buying something I had not planned on yet.
You guys see, why is this thing not working here?
But they make it easy. That's another thing to track. I have a cancellation column on my spreadsheet. So if it's something I'm debating, there's a note in there so that I know to look at it, and when I have to look at it in time to still cancel it.
Yeah. See, I'm exactly the same, but I use colors. So
I do that too. Yeah.
My spreadsheet looks like a clown's threw up on it. It's really, really bad. But everything is in perfect order, and I know exactly what everything is. So for me personally, as I'm going through my spreadsheet, I do exactly what you've just said. I keep the original cost. I put on the cost of shipping separately.
Yeah.
And yeah, just everything is just crazy and spiral. And then, as I say, at the end of the spreadsheet, I do put in the totals of how much things cost, and that's where it gets scary, when you can actually see how much your collection's worth, or you can see how much you've spent on shipping, especially. And it's crazy.
Yeah, when you hit that tally button on the cost column, that sometimes hurts a little bit.
I never recommend doing that. It's always fun to think about, but yeah, if anybody who's collecting at the level we are, you don't want to total it up.
You know you're collecting a lot when you hear about delays and you're excited.
Yeah. You just think to yourself, I pay for everything on credit card, so my credit card gets cycled, and I hate seeing the numbers go up and up on the credit card. So what I'll do is I'll pay it off sometimes 3 or 4 times a month, so it doesn't go into the thousands and thousands and thousands.
Yeah.
And yeah, it gets harder and harder to keep up with these things. I've started a new color on my spreadsheet, which is in stock, waiting for discount, which I never had beforehand. But it annoyed me that all of the Mafex exclusive Japan exclusives went for dirt cheap. You know, the Chrome Mandalorian and the Han and Luke Stormtroopers.
Yeah,
those were all like 15,000 yen, and now they're all on sale for dirt cheap. So I've now got a column where I'm like, if I don't think it sells out, I'm not buying it straight away, and I've got my column is in stock waiting for discount. And Jason, we've talked about this a few times. That Jar Jar, the SHF Jar Jar's still on there. It's down to 7,000 yen, and I still haven't pulled the trigger yet. I'm still waiting for it to go cheaper. I'm waiting for it to go to about 5, and then I'm going to buy it.
That's another thing I've done too, is I try to restrain myself from going, well, it's so cheap, I may as well just get it, as opposed to I actually really want it. So I try not to do that too much anymore. And Jar Jar is a pretty solid example on that one.
Yeah. Now, I've flipped in that a couple of times, I must admit.
Hey, BBT, Big Bad Toy Store site, there's something weird about it right now. So I'm not going to be able to show that to you guys, but Acid Rain 1/12, I saw that at Joe Fest, and they weren't painted yet, but then the next couple conventions down the road, they were painted. They look awesome. Awesome. So that's the line that I'm telling you guys. Probably get that. Definitely get the Sniper dude. That he looks awesome. Make sure you grab that one. But BBTS tried to pull a fast one on everybody. So I think it was Jason or Al noticed that the bundle of 4 was the same exact price if you bought them each individually. Correct, Jason, if I recall correctly?
That was Al, but yeah, that's
Al. And one of them went out of stock within 5 hours. I said, they're just trying to get you to buy the bundle and give them at least $14 on the NRD, no return deposit. And about midnight that night, after all of them went out of stock, they came back in stock. So BBTS pulls that stuff off all the time. They put something out of stock. Maybe it'll be on a weekend to create FOMO, but they want you to get that bundle. And there was no savings. There was no extra. So this is a funny, this is what I was telling you guys. I wake up, nothing good happens after 11 o'clock at night or the first thing in the morning. When you wake up, don't look at stuff on Facebook because, they had an in-stock sale. So the first figure I look at was this black snake, and this is 118. But to me, that looks awesome. So this is going towards, a little teasing, some G.I. Joe Cobra. I mean, right there, look at that Cobra. So this is Dime Novel Legends from Chicken Fry Toys. And they have this line called Western Tales, but they have the word weird. So it's not, accurate or anything like that. But I saw this guy and I'm like, oh, God, I need it. So, of course, I start looking at all the figures. And then go back. And I start looking at it, and I can find, Chicken Fried Toys Facebook pages on there. And they have these little heads for, $5. But then when I scroll down, I start seeing other figures like, I think this is a Spanish soldier. Then you find the cavalry, and you got, this native scout. I mean, these look awesome. When I was a kid, I went to this place called Mackinac Island up in Michigan, and I remember getting Colonel Mustard and, 118th and the Lone Ranger and Tonto and stuff. But this, I'm going to give this line a try, I'm in $220 just trying to give somebody a try, right? And I want to see the Clint Eastwood ones. And they got, I'm not a humongous Western historian, but obviously this is somebody, if Sean knows.
Looks like Yul Brynner from Westworld.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is cool. So what they do is they have a rule. It's rule number 7. Don't ever ask if a figure is, basically supposed to be like Tom Cruise, not Tom Cruise, but, Clint Eastwood, or, they don't want to pay the rights. So then they have these buckaroo bodies. So they're looking for, customizers or, look at this guy. You tell me who this guy is. The Marshal. Tombstone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, dang. So I have him on order. He's one of them. And they have this little counter, like 265 in stock. So most of these figures on the back of the card, I think it's like 2,000 or 2,500 of them. But I'm telling you, 1/18th, again, all of us had 1/18th, right? So we can't neglect and just go 1/12th on everything. We got to get back into 1/18th. So now I'm enabling people.
Yeah, you see, I refuse to get into a different scale. I did see, I think it was Meti Toys releasing some really looking nice stuff. Necromancer, they had orcs and stuff, and they looked phenomenal. And I nearly bought them, but I noticed they were 1/10th, and that's what stopped us. The only thing that stopped us was because the scale was different.
Oh yeah.
I'm not getting into another scale. I cannot.
Well, it's a Lord scale, man. That's what Chad says. Now, this is a tribute figure to the guy who was the voice of Duke on G.I. Joe and other. I'm not a real big historian on, who was a voice actor for, somebody in a cartoon, but he was he was the voice of several other cartoon characters. But this has been around. Look at the pre-order. So it's like 2023. Some of these are crazy, but you got to remember COVID. But again, this is one I don't have on order, which, if I like these, I'll probably get some of them. They have a modern Texas Ranger. Get a Chuck Norris head sculpt, put that on.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
These are cheap enough to be able to give them a go and get more into the line, and that type of thing's quite good. But the problem is that most of the stuff that I'm collecting, like I started off with Mafex and SHF straight away. My first figure was the battle damaged Iron Man, and that was that was the bar basically. So anything Marvel Legends or of lesser quality, shall we say, I'm not interested in. I sort of like the articulation and everything that comes from Mafex.
Oh yeah, 1/18th on ankles are
stuff like this doesn't interest me, but I can see the appeal against it. Especially if you're doing stuff like scenes and like you, with the amount of space you have, with the scenes that you're able to put together, or you're able to put villages and towns together. Absolutely awesome. But with the likes of us in the UK, it would just have to be on a shelf, and it would just be in a museum pose, and it would be quite boring. So there's that type of stuff that stops me from getting into lines like this. But if I could build a village and have tables and tables with Lego cities and stuff in, I'd be dangerous.
It would be saying more space is a dangerous thing.
Yeah, it really is.
So this is one of the out of the two Clint Eastwood sculpts they have, and it's 1/18th, so it's going to look a little bit better in person. And then there's other sculpts. Do you guys know who this is supposed to be?
Jonah Hex.
Yeah. So this is Jonah Hex, and then you can throw them on there. I think Black Snake had a Jonah Hex, but different hair color. But you could just do what you want. It's only $5. I mean, burnt bean. So again, it's kind of neat.
That's great.
I'm not sure about the others, but obviously they're from Westerns. Any of these guys. So the Good and the Bad, Ugly, Pale Rider, Blondie, we know who that is, right? Definitely Clint Eastwood. That's the one I jumped on. And I swear the numbers were lower, but maybe it was the body. So I'll show you the body. So even though you guys might not be interested, Sean does 1/18th, but if you're not interested, it's something to dabble. Obviously, you know who this is. It's one of the bad guys in one of the Westerns, the spaghetti Westerns, right? I watched that with my dad, so it, means a little bit to me, I guess. But look at like this. That's Blondie right there, right? Right there. You just switch the sculpt. And I think this is the one that was low, if I remember correctly. To me, that's awesome for 1/18. But I think those numbers were low, and I think this is a great idea. Yeah, 14 in stock. So this is FOMO. If they have a counter, which I think, man, like counters are awesome. So I know some sites have that counter, how many they have in stock. So hopefully it's pretty accurate, but that's the one I want. You know, that's the one that got me to pull the trigger on this. And this is
Does this company have like any play sets, like a Western Town or bar?
a wagon. So I think they have a wagon, but that's not, I don't think it's made yet. So I think what hurts this company was COVID. And but you know, there's people out there that have them. So if you go to a convention, they have the wagon. I think they want to do train sets, stuff like that. And Outlaw Rider, Pale Rider, obviously. But I'm telling you, Sean, I couldn't even get to their table because the people that do 1/18th, I feel like they talk a little bit more. You know, I mean, the GI Joe 1/18th was insane, Sean. Like guys just going through bins looking for stuff. I try to avoid even looking at GI Joe 1/18th because it's a whole nother ball game going down. But I'll go down there probably eventually. And on social media, you'll see what they have on their table. But these are, to me, these are great. I mean, look at this, dude. I mean,
yeah, it's. I mean, the thing is, though, is it's so easy to lose control on everything.
Oh yeah, and this is very niche. This is very niche stuff. I'm gonna show you some. Okay, so this is the voice.
It looked like Kurt Russell from the Hateful Eight, right?
This is the voice of Storm Shadow, right? So they have a white version of him, and he's going to be the version of Storm Shadow in Western form. And there's pictures on their Facebook group, but you got to scroll down, you'll find it.
I mean, this guy is obviously either from one or two movies. Obviously, from Austin Powers, the guy that throws the shoe, or from James Bond, the guy that throws the
Odd Job.
Odd Job.
Odd Job, yeah.
But he is the voice of, I think, Storm Shadow. And then you got bodies. So I bought this body, and I'll show you why here in a second. So this is 53. You can tell a lot of people are doing the same thing. So 53 in stock. Again, I'm not sure what the count is on this, if it was 2,500 or not. So it's cool just messing around, I feel.
This customize a lot.
Yeah, you can customize it. I want all black. They had, look, 9 in stock. So that's cool. They got, this is in stock, guys. And then you put this on the white body. I mean, look at that, dude. I'm telling you, if you go on their social media, you're going to find what these look like. And there's a head that goes with it. And it's expensive because you're adding the body, you're adding the accessories. But look at that cape, dude. Got cape all white out. And he said, I watched some of the YouTube videos where they interview the guy. And he says, all white and all black sells instantly. To me, this looks like Woody a little bit. Toy Story.
Yeah, definitely.
60 in stock. And this is, you can tell this is a hit. Okay, so these are the head packs. So you guys tell me what you think they're going for. What do you think this is?
Is that the Dread Pirate Roberts?
Is that Zorro?
It's either Zorro or the Dread Pirate Roberts.
And then this is the sculpt. This is going to be a little bit different than the Keon Young. I think that's the voice actor. But you put this on the white body. This sculpt's popular. These guys, I think, paid like tons of money. So it's the 3 original Kickstarters. These are their faces.
The bottom one looks a little bit like Jason Eccles.
Yeah. So over $1,000, these guys. No, these are the Kickstarter backers. So they took 3 of them. They must have paid big bucks, and they did their sculpt, and then obviously gave them, a hero sculpt. But just stuff I just want to show you guys. A lot of these got my attention. I couldn't get all of them, of course. Look at this silly guy, Fire Brigader. Can you imagine having a little old school fire truck looking thing? But like Sean said, does anyone make things? Look at this little bucket of spuds, $2. I mean, you could dioramas. I think would be kind of cool to make. And let's look at the pre-orders. There's one of the pre-orders I want to show you. Look at this, guys. I need to order this still.
Lone Ranger. Yeah.
Look at that. I mean, it's crazy. Let's see how many of these have they sold. They have to sell, I think, 800 to produce them. 879. And then the body, of course. And I think they have plans for horses too, which is a must. And then they got some weird stuff. They got like aliens and like 2-packs, which is interesting. Oh, and this is Ron Rudat, one of the packaging artists of G.I. Joe. He's still doing things for Operation Joe's, which is through the 3D Joe's website, all 118. But if you've seen Ron Rudat in person, a lot older. He's a lot bigger. And then this is Jason, you know Cops and Crooks?
Huh?
No. This is
I
from Fresh Monkey.
that.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Cops and Crooks.
I don't know anything past it. Looked kind of cool.
Yeah, but they already did this, I think, for the 118th line for Fresh Monkey. I think. Don't quote me on that, guys. And then, of course, you got, the waves and stuff of things. And then there's some guys that are sold out. Man in All Black. Look at that little violin and stuff. So just wanted to show you guys that. So let me remove that. But yeah, it's just so I just enabled maybe somebody out there in the world to get 1/18th, right?
So on your hoarder show, you found ways to get people to get more.
Yeah, to get more Acid Rain. I'm gonna give one more try for Acid Rain. So Acid Rain 1/12. Let's see if that.
I was gonna say I've got 2 tabs open with the Acid Rain stuff at the moment. I've never seen these before. They look really, really good.
Yeah.
But it's a bit like everyone's going crazy over the what's the new ones at the moment? The Unkval stuff.
Oh, Sexy Ice.
Sexy Ice, yeah. It's like
I am one of those guys.
Yeah, but again, like I'm very limited to what I've got access to. So I've got the usual sites, Hobby Genki, Hobby Search, Hobby Link, Plaza Japan, Ami, all those good ones. Then I've got the third party guys like Toys Metaverse, VC Toy Box, 1/6 Kit, stuff like that. But I miss out on loads. So I'm completely relying on the groups to find out what's coming to see, and the Sexy Ice stuff just came out of nowhere. By the time everyone was talking about it, they were already all sold out.
I'm a bit embarrassed on that one. I actually caught it really, really early, had it lined up, had it in my sheet, meant to go back and get it, and waited a little too long. So I found another way, but I'm not getting those till December. But I did get their Mantis figure.
Yeah.
Wow. If the newer ones are as good or better than that, I'm just all in on Sexy Ice. I will be talking them up until I get them in hand.
I've pre-ordered the new one, the one that looks like the American football player.
Yeah, there's that, and there's Manticora.
Yeah, I think I missed that one. But yeah, I only pre-ordered it because everyone was talking about them, and then when I went and had a look back over it, the Eliminator that everybody's going crazy over at the moment, that looks very, very cool. I was only pre-ordering and buying stuff for IPs that I knew, but I've started to veer off the track a little bit, and I've started pre-ordering weird and wonderful Japanese things that I've never heard of before. Like when Ian was having a go at you earlier, Ryan, saying about, have you even read any of this stuff? Do you know any of it? Do you know what any of it means?
Oh, yeah.
I've started doing stuff like that where I just like the look of it. I think that looks cool. I'm going to order it. Which again is dangerous in itself because that's a spiral. You can easily just think something looks cool and then just buy it, and then as you say, you get one, then you have to get them all. It's just the way it has to be.
Yeah.
Like
it's
the
like
tips, right?
comic book strips in the newspapers, kind of what I grew up reading. So like I have the Amazing Spider-Man, looking at it right now, like 5 volumes of the collection in landscape form. Those were the things I read growing up. My comics growing up was the barbershop comic. I'd read that, like the Mad magazine and stuff I had.
Correct.
But with comics, there's just so much stuff out there. And like DC Finest collections now, or kind of like the Marvel Epic collection, where they just take every issue, put it in paperback form, try to make it cheap, and then I'll buy it. Like say Fantastic Four, I have every Fantastic Four Epic collection. I also have the omnibus of Stan Lee and Kirby's run. And it's like, when am I going to read this stuff? Because when I was growing up, I was reading like one random issue, then reading another random issue. But there's people out there that had all of them, and they had great memories. I can't remember everything from the 80s. Some people can. Sneaky Figures said something great because, I remember asking, I want this Acid Rain 118, and they're expensive. I think they're more expensive than the 112 stuff. And I'm glad I didn't get into that because right now I have 4 on pre-order. Now, is Acid Rain something that might need to be cut down the road? Probably. Monster Force. Everybody's all about Monster Force. People will go to their little, what do they call them? When they come and talk to you, the chats at the conventions, panels. So they'll do a panel and everybody's looking at the new stuff, and they haven't even came out with a second wave yet, and everybody's gung-ho. Brutal Realm, like, where's their stuff? So Brutal Realm, I'm probably going to be canceling those eventually. The He-Man looking type of figures. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They look cool, but they were using AI generated renders at one time on their pre-orders. So that's a line I'll probably be kicking to the curb eventually. But Monster Force, I mean, if they come out with their figures, I'm telling you, on a timely manner, it's going to be a pretty expensive line to collect. So I'm pretty shocked. You guys have Monster Force on pre-order?
No, I didn't go in on that. I did like there's one where he's got like a skull on his head, right? It's a total homage, I guess, to Psycho Pirate. That's all I could think of.
Oh yeah.
But,
so there's certain characters.
I haven't gotten into that one. Trying to keep it reined in.
Well, I keep saying, why don't you go after Lincoln, whatever, Vampire Slayer? And they don't even respond to that. I'm like, but you can tell they're taking properties that they can use without being sued.
But the thing is, in the third party space, there's lots and lots of great stuff coming out, and you physically can't collect it all. But there's just some stuff that comes out you just see and you just think to yourself, you have to have it straight away. Like a new company which I've never heard of before. I think they've done lots of stuff for add-ons for figures, or when you get a figure and everyone thinks it's fantastic, the only problem is this part, mainly in art bats that came out. Everyone thought that was perfect, but the problem was no wired cape, and the face plates and the mask were very generic. Well, there's third-party companies coming out with capes, wired capes, and different expressions for the faces. But there's this other company called 6 Inch Plus, who've just started their new figure, Derek, Wakanda Figure Slayer. He's been sharing loads of stuff about them, and they're bringing out, right? the green scar figure, and again, looks amazing. So I've had to pre-order a couple of those because they just look fantastic, and they keep updating people on their Instagram saying that they're adding parts, and they've just added the holder for his sword and everything. So they're improving on stuff as people are giving them feedback as well. So yeah, the third party game's incredibly hot right now. The amount of stuff we're getting through is just it's all incredibly amazing. It's just
great,
but there's far too much.
It is priced right.
Yeah. The price ranges, as I think Rob was talking about it on the last stream. I think he was saying that if Mafex get to about 15k, that's when he's going to be, gone. And it's right. I can't even spell Wolverine properly because I'm too busy talking. Wolverine. There you go. But yeah, he's always talking, saying that 15k is sort of the limit for that, and they are, and especially with us that are having to get their stuff shipped. By the time I'm getting figures through, putting it in your currency, things are costing about $130, $150 per figure, and to keep up with that, it is just getting totally crazy. Whereas you've got the third party, they're coming out with stuff sub $100, and that's shipped as well, and the quality just kicks the arse off of anything you can get off these licensed companies, and it just makes you think. And I know the pricing is all in the license cost, but if Inart can do that Dark Knight Batman for the price they did that for, it's there's nothing stopping other companies from being able to do that sort of stuff. And I've noticed that Mafex, with the way they do their soft sculpts at the moment, have you seen that Wolverine that they've got coming? That sculpt on the movie Wolverine, the Hugh Jackman one that they showed at the
Mafex?
Yeah.
I was shocked.
Yeah, that's not like any 112 sculpt they've done before. Their 112 sculpts are soft as hell. They're never ever that good. And when I saw that Wolverine, I would have bet money that wasn't Mafex. Like, I don't know what the hell they've done, but they've had to step up because of Inart, because of LPZZ. They've had to, Chaos. They've had to step up because of companies like that.
Oh yeah. Can you imagine if they do Michael Jackson in 112?
I would love it. Well, they did, but they were all right.
Yeah, it's normally
Figure Arts did it, didn't they? A couple of
them? I was going to say NECA normally do loads of stuff like that, but they're not great.
It doesn't look like this.
Yeah, that's the problem. But when you have companies coming out with 112s that are going to look like this, like the Wukong, but like I don't even know what Black Myth is. Never played the game at all. I've ordered the figures because they look incredible.
But they had they had in 1/6 a video game came out, and I guess it sold out instantly. At the same time, like I was ordering these, and I'm like, do I really need to get into the Black Myth Wukong, 112? Because it's like I don't even know.
No, haven't got a clue.
Yeah, and I'm being made fun of for not reading books. I have, and I'm going to be collecting. And then I'm going to collect a line that I have no knowledge of.
But it's like art, isn't it?
Yeah,
art is, the whole idea about these type of things is it's pretty to look at, if you own something and it's nice to have in hand, especially like the amazing Yamaguchi stuff.
Yeah.
Derek, Wakanda Figure Slayer, totally enabled me into getting into those. And again, just the playability on them is fantastic. Sitting here, articulating them, it's second to none. And even if you don't know anything about the line, you can appreciate a good looking figure. You can appreciate the playability of stuff, and it's nice and easy just to order them. And we're all adults here. We've all got jobs. We're all sensible. Well, some of us are.
Yeah.
You take that back, sir.
But yeah, we can all sort of have a nice amount of pre-orders on the go, and we can buy stuff, and I'm a firm believer in, if I'll get one to try things out. I don't do what Ryan does, and I don't buy, I don't do $300 worth to try something out. I'll do one figure, and then if I like it, then I'll go, oh yeah, I'll buy more. And then the more expensive third-party stuff that is maybe all sold out and nobody's heard, or you've never heard of it before, and the prices are sky high, that's when I'll start considering and thinking to myself, I'll drop more money on those type of stuff because I'm into a line. And but again, you can spiral and it's dangerous.
That's the trick with the third party stuff too, is Mofex, they're gonna reissue a lot of that eventually. Not all of it. SHF will do some as well. A lot of those third parties, once they're gone, that's it. So
it's all made to order, isn't it? And
so if you jump in early, you can get a pretty reasonable price on a lot of them. If you wait, prices are like, for those Sexy Eyes figures for the 3 set now is like $800.
Yeah. Well, I was scrolling through 1/6 kit the other day, and I pre-ordered a figure, and I have to ask him now. I always send an email because I pre-ordered a figure, and I got an email back going, this wasn't supposed to be on the site, and I got refunded. And I think the pre-order was something like it was back from 2023. And so anything I find like that now, I always email them first to say, is this still available? Because I see figures, and as you say, they don't do second runs of them. Once they've made them, they go away. I've noticed that Limb Toys, again, fantastic company. They've started doing second runs of figures, like the
Joel and Ellie.
The Last of Us stuff. The Nathan Drake. I missed the first one, managed to get the pre-order for the second one. But stuff like that, where they're seeing massive demands for these figures, but it's because the quality and the stuff that they're dishing out is just so fantastic that people are, starting to talk about it, and they don't realize when this stuff gets sold out that it has gone forever, and you do have to spend the big bucks on the aftermarket, and people know this, so you do get the scalpers buying stuff up. But if a third party company is putting the pre-order up, 9 times out of 10, you pay your NRD, and that gives them the numbers on how many they have to produce. So it's sort of like a Kickstarter without it really being a Kickstarter, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I like the way that they do it, but I don't like the way if I've missed something, because then it's gone forever and you have missed out, so to speak. So it's a bit rubbish.
Then there's those that you put your NRD down that are maybe never coming out. We're both still waiting on that pushy point.
I was about to say manic. Yeah, what's it called? The Maniac. Yeah,
I forget what they called it, but it's the Riddler.
Yeah, from, the pushy point Riddler, and that's I think that's maybe one of the oldest figures that I've had on pre-order. The oldest one is Muff Toys Armored Batman. That's I've had that on pre-order for a year and a half, and that was one of the first pre-order figures I put a deposit down on, and that's just never coming out ever.
Do you guys have the Mars Toy 1/12 Joker on order for 66 Batman?
Yes.
You do?
No,
Also never coming out.
No. Well, I was told last month that was coming out, and then Kaiju Daddy got charged for it, and in Japan they usually charge when they know it's coming.
That's good.
So he got charged, so that should be coming out hopefully soon. So it's a shrunken down of their 1/12 Joker. So, but you don't see anything else 1/12 from them. Sean, did you ever get into the 1/6 in art at all?
No, I have standards.
Yeah, that's how I am. I know I can probably get the Batman through Kaji Daddy, but at the same time, I'm like, in art's just like they lied to the people in the 1/6. They took forever to come out with figures. In art Batman, do we have our in art Batmans, Jason and James?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought somebody was waiting on it still.
All mine up, yeah. I think Ines.
Yeah, I owe James for that one.
Okay, so I know Robert's waiting for some. So they do a lot of like shipments or small runs and stuff like that. And I feel like in art's the type of company that will raise their prices eventually. Like this Black Myth Wukong dude, I have him on order. Like, do I really need him? So he's probably going to get the axe. I mean, I got too much stuff. And I wish they had the stuff that I would be interested in. But at the same time, is Muff Toys going to make, DC metal figures? That Grim Knight, I want a Grim Knight that's actually good. Thank God I didn't order that Grim Knight.
I thought you meant you wanted the one I had, and I would have stopped you.
Yeah, well, there's been figures I bought, and I'm like, why did I buy this? And after watching Kaiju Daddy's review of it, I'm like, thank goodness I never ordered it. But then there's other figures. I'm like, Chaos Superman. I'm like, how did I forget to order that?
That's a great figure.
But it's the same. It's the same thing with everything. I'm gonna go around the horn here and ask you guys, what are 2 lines you've been looking at that you might only have 1 or 2, or you don't have any, that's been tempting you guys over the last several months or several weeks?
Mine. I've been speaking to Rob about the Attack on Titan figures.
Yeah.
Again, don't know anything about Attack on Titan. I like the look. I've ordered Eren. To me, it's a naked guy with an evil face. While we were talking, I don't know if you've noticed, but Superman seems to have taken a tumble in the background there. Everyone seems to have just collapsed on themselves. Fantastic.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm going to have to fix that soon. But yeah, the Attack on Titan stuff, again, don't know anything about those, but I think I'm going to start. I've ordered 1 to get it in to see if it's any good and to see if I like them. And then I'm probably going to go down that spiral. And then I'll probably will watch the anime as well, just to see if I like it, but I haven't decided yet. One Piece, I've just started the anime on One Piece because of a couple of guys in my Pokemon group. And again, I've been looking at those figures. I've stopped myself because I really can't get into a new line. But I told myself that I was only collecting movie realism stuff. That ship is way sailed. I've got loads of comic book stuff. I've got a whole comic book section of stuff, and I love them. I'm now looking more towards going away from MCU and DCU stuff and collecting comic book exclusive because they are so much fun to have. Like the Spider-Verse SHF stuff, absolutely, amazing line. I'm having fun with those at the moment. Oh yeah. Say Vicious Soldiers just said the Attack on Titan anime is definitely mature and very deep. Be prepared. That's the problem I've got at the moment. I don't have an attention span to be going very deep. I was warned about One Piece and how that's very deep, but the good thing about that is I've been given a website that condenses everything. I was told there was 1,200 episodes or something like that of One Piece, but there's a website that that condenses it all down, just as the important episodes. It takes out all the fillers and stuff, and that's the type of stuff that I need. So Ryan, it sounds as though you would benefit from stuff like that, where if you've got a giant IP to get into, but they do a thinned down version of it, that would be ideal. In One Piece, that's it, Al. One Piece, yeah. So One Piece does all of the One Piece stuff, but it condenses it down into manageable chunks. And that's the stuff I'm doing at the moment, so it's nice and simple to get into it. But yeah, Attack on Titan, if there isn't something like that for all of the anime, I might not get into stuff like that. But yeah, it's just there's just too much to get into and not enough time.
Oh yeah,
I'm 40 now, and yeah, the amount of stuff that I could potentially get into. You were talking about comic books and omnibuses and stuff, and I've got the likes of these sitting down. As you can see, this is volume 3 because I finished volume 1, and I'm reading volume 2 at the moment. But I bought the whole series of those. I never buy stuff that isn't finished, and they might not do, because I got burned with the likes of Game of Thrones. So Game of Thrones, I bought all of those books, and he's taken forever to write the last, or the next one. So I don't ever do stuff like that unless it's finished. So I've learned my lesson. So that's why I've got these, because these are finished now, and I love The Boys. I love the TV show. It's just absolutely fantastic.
Right there.
Yeah.
It's so different from the TV show. They go hard in the books.
Yeah. Spoilers, the TV show, the next season that's coming out, they're just starting the storyline of Soups getting into the White House and controlling the country, and I've just finished volume 1, where that's just happened in volume 1. So that's literally, I think it's like 10 comic books in, and that's already happening. But in the show, it's taken them 4 seasons to get to that story arc. Yeah. So I can't wait to see the comparisons between the TV show and the comics, because obviously the comics can go so much more into it.
Yeah.
And it's like it's opening the can of worms, isn't it? You get to sort of have the nice taster by getting into the popular stuff that comes up, and then you get into the anime, like One Piece. The reason why I got into One Piece is because I started watching the Netflix live action, and then everyone was like, if you think that's great, do the anime. And then you just spiral out of control. And then I collect Pokemon cards, so I've got wanting to buy the cards of One Piece as well, which I've stopped myself from doing. You can just totally spiral out of control. Yeah. It's just not good.
Yeah. KJ's back. Stu's back.
Hey guys.
Stu's from Indiana, so he's way up north. But it's always funny because for comic books, there's a lot of people I met that are in Indiana and Kentucky, Midwest. Toy-wise, I don't know. Have you ever watched Vinland Saga?
No.
Oh, I love Vinland Saga. So Vinland Saga is a great anime. I think they only have 2 or 3. I think it's 2 seasons. And Netflix is like the first drug. Like Attack on the Titan. I saw the first season, and Sneaky Figures tells me there's like 3 or 4 seasons. I'm like, what? So he tells me it's on Hulu or Crunchyroll. I've known about Crunchyroll. I've never subscribed to them. But it was on Hulu. Well, I get Hulu, and I just don't have a lot of time to watch. And I watched like the first season, a couple episodes, which I've already seen on Netflix. But I can see it being addicting.
Yeah,
that's a lot of time investment to have. So, but I just love some of the authors with manga. But at the same time, toys is a whole nother ball game. Like Berserk, that first Guts that had all those issues. I think it's been on sale like for $60. But at the same time, I don't know if it's the first release or the run or the second run. I think Sneaky said it doesn't have the same issues that it had before.
I've stopped myself from buying those figures, the Berserk and the Guts, because again, those figures look great, but I don't know anything about them, and yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I want to buy them because they do look good, but again, it's spiraling, totally out of control, and it can. And if you don't have any self-control, it's so easy to spiral.
Yeah, Sneaky, thanks for joining us. Sneaky, you missed the running totals on just 4 sites. Well, 2 sites for 1/12 and 2 sites for 1/18 and 2 sites for 1/6. It was pretty insane the amount of money I have on pre-order, and I had to give up after 2 sites. So if you guys go back and find the slide, it's in red, that shows what I have just in Hasbro, BBTS, Sideshow, and one other site for 1/6, and then 1/18 I just dabbled in, and it's pretty insane. So if you
I've just brought my spreadsheet up, and my whole spreadsheet with everything that I've got has 86 things on pre-order. So that's not even as big as your BPTS orders.
Oh yeah, it's
right.
It's,
you think you've got a ton in there, and then
you do, and then you meet
I guess I'm doing all right.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Like Hasbro's crazy. Well, the problem is, so I'll buy stuff for Kaiju Daddy just in case he needs it, and then I figured out the way to get around the limits. It's not hard. They'll probably fix it eventually, but PayPal payments are forced. You can put your card on freeze, and it's still going through. So if you have an account, you always freeze the account all the time. If you do it through PayPal, it's going to work. I haven't even looked into Mezco yet. So again, it's scary. I got issues. I need to work on that. So, and I think Sneaky's going to be there. He's going to have issues down the road too. KJ probably already has issues. I seen his behind him when he's on streaming. And then all of us that's on here, we all have issues. But I think it's staying focused, staying in the lane would be the best thing. Just for me, I don't know. I don't want to go into anything else. Acid Rain was something I looked at. But anybody that comes out with World War I or World War II figures or Vietnam figures I'd probably be in on it. But at the same time, there's too many things coming out. Like Gridiron Studios. I love Gridiron Studios. I know Sean's been in their streams, but Gridiron Studios, I love their vehicles. And we complain about a Snowcat for what, $325? Well, Gridiron Studios has things for $400, and then if you add on to it, it's going to rack up another $150 to $200. But that definitely is. I always want to support them, and then I go hard on Valverse. I need to scale back on Valverse big time. Jason, you're up next. What's 2 things that you're thinking about?
I honestly don't have anything that I'm thinking about that I haven't gotten into. My big one has been 1/6. So I haven't really collected 1/6 until now, which I know is a deep well to fall down into. So I've got.
Well, yeah, if you guys missed it, that are just joining us, you got to go back and check out Sean. Sean joined us, and you just look at Sean sitting down, but look behind him, and he's moving. But if you ever check out his channel, you would be shocked by the stuff he has. He's the definition of a army builder. So it's Nightmare's Cave, correct, Sean? Your channel?
No, you're muted.
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, that's correct. It's Nightmare's Cave. I did a collection video less than a year ago. My plan was to do a collection video right before moving, but because I'm having a house built. But in reality, with how much that's going to take and everything else, how much time it cuts into me packing.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a final video on all my Clone War stuff and Bad Batch. That'll be the final video. Because like what I showed earlier, I've taken a lot of stuff already out. of the display cabinets so we can start packing them up. And that's that's kind of the priority, because I have to break down all of these display cabinets, and then I got to take them to a storage unit so we can, because I have to sell this house. So when they look at buying, for those of you that have never bought a home, or if you're not an American, you don't know how it works here, based off of how much your income is, I am literally short $150 in my yearly salary to own this home and buy and have another one built. $150.
Wow,
that's crazy.
So it's all contingent upon selling this house for the other house, just because of $150.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
And there's no way. And what's funny is I'm only $75 away from being put into the next tax bracket for me, which would hurt me even more.
Right? Yeah. I'll tell you, that's my biggest fear is moving.
Oh,
I
yeah.
pack my room up. My wife wants to redo floors, and I'm like, oh God, no.
Well, the first time my wife knew about my basement, which is crazy, was when my wife lost her job. So we were like, oh, we gotta move, and COVID hit, and that insanely to say helped us out in our situation because of the payments and stuff like that for unemployment. But the realtor came down the basement. I've told this story. She came down and I cleaned up too, dude. I cleaned up, and I always put boxes in front of my stuff so my wife would never even notice. She would never come down the basement for years. So she shows up and she's walking around this realtor, and she opened up one of my rooms, and it was less stuff. And she goes, oh my God, you got a lot of cool stuff. I was like, she said it sarcastically, but that was the first time that my wife knew about my collecting. She always knew I'd buy stuff, but nothing like this today. But moving, I'd be scared. I definitely would be scared if I move.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, the Lego City would be insane too. Jason, you forgot one thing. Did that yellow and black Sexy Ice get released? The black and yellow Pittsburgh Steeler thing?
Are you talking about the one I took a risk on, or about about whether it's actually out there?
I don't know. That's only Sexy Ice I was thinking about ever getting.
It is a cool figure. It's limited to 198, so it's selling for a ridiculous amount on eBay. I found one eBay seller selling it for cheap, so I'm pretty sure I'll be getting my money back shortly. But
yeah,
maybe, you never know.
Is that the collaboration they're doing with you boys? The yellow one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I try and collect black and yellow figures sometimes when I can. That's my excuse.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, the clone that we had, the black and yellow clone.
Yeah.
Sean has 4 or 5 of them, and I have one. I might have a number 2, but hopefully the guy that wants to sell to me, he's probably not watching since he's sleeping. But if he does sell it, I'll have 2 hopefully. But that is a cool figure to have double. So Sean, what's 2 things you're interested in that you don't have that you're looking into?
So I used to have a lot of Prime 1 Studio 1/3 statues. I only have 2 of the 1/3 and about 4 busts of 1/3. However, it's hard. And the reason why I don't have them anymore, at one time I had 16 1/3 full-size statues.
Wow.
And every time they come out with stuff, especially the Predator line, is one thing I want to get into. But it's just the price and everything. Because they're over $3,000 for a 1/3 scale statue for Predator.
Oh, yeah.
If you haven't seen them, they have where with the water and everything, and you look at the water, they have like little fish like designed in the base. of the statue.
Wow.
So it's incredibly detailed. So that's hard to really resist. I haven't gone down that road yet. And another thing too is a lot of the Transformer statues.
Oh yeah.
Are really like, you know, especially when they look like from Generation 1, because that's my time period. You know, the Bayformers, yeah, I can live the rest of my life without ever having anything from those. But from Generation 1, it's like hard. It's like, no, I have to maintain control, because for Hot Toys, that's my biggest thing right now. Because now the Snowcat's funded. So that I have that on order. That's my only thing outside of Hot Toys I have on pre-order.
Oh yeah.
You know, and that's why it's important to have a trucker, kids. You know.
Yeah.
But anyways, so that stuff there is really hard for me to say no to, and I've had to grasp control on my Hot Toys collection too. So now I've limited myself to original trilogy for Star Wars. Obviously, Clone Wars is something I'm always going to collect. And then The Mandalorian, you know, right now I'm not collecting anything else from it, but I already have one of everything from the TV series, but we'll see what the movie produces. I'm hoping they add more snowtroopers, you know, from the trailer.
Oh yeah. Can't go wrong with troopers.
Yeah. But you know, so for Star Wars, that's it for me on the Hot Toys side. And then there's DC, Batman only. That's it. And then on Marvel, only Iron Man and Captain America. That's it. So the rest of my like Hot Toy stuff, I'm getting rid of. So if you're looking into Hot Toys and you want a whole bunch of Marvel stuff, I have a lot that I'm getting rid of.
And shipping though, Sean, how much is that at now for a statue? For like Prime One?
I haven't had one in forever. It's, you know, I mean, the challenge is real. I've really looked into buying it, but I mean, some people have said that they paid anywhere between $400 to $800 for a statue to be shipped. That's in 1/3 scale.
Yeah.
I mean, I could only imagine the ones that have the crates shipped to them for the 1-to-1 scale, like the 1-to-1 scale Iron Man.
Yeah.
That comes out, and you know, they have to use a forklift to take it out of the truck, and they just leave it in your driveway. It's like,
yeah,
what are you, stupid? Like, no, I paid for you to bring this here. With how much in shipping, you should be freaking walking it up to whatever room I want.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to use a forklift, put it in there, knowing full well that 99.999999% of people in the world's population do not own a forklift.
Yeah.
And you're going to leave it off and say, okay, we delivered it.
Jeez, that's
I'd be like, dude, you better pray to God you don't fall or something and you need help.
Yeah, and you find
help to you than anything. Like, yeah, please trip.
Yeah. Hey, get it delivered to a Dollar General. That's what I do a lot of times. I'll get stuff because if it's FedEx, there is so many FedEx drivers you can't trust. There's guys that will take it to the wrong house. It's always an old person, right? But I've been getting things shipped to Dollar Generals, and just if it needs a signature or if it's something expensive, and you look at these Dollar Generals and they got it on the wrong shelf that says outgoing. And I've heard horror stories. Well, they'll ship it back. But what drives me crazy is in the winter, FedEx guys will ramp up your driveway and just throw the thing in the middle of the night up against your garage door, and you have no idea it's out there. And then you drive over it. But statue,
you know, it says fragile, and they drop it right in front of you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But in the post office, we had a guy that probably worked 30 years. It was great. I give him gift cards, for Christmas, and of course he retired. And the younger guys, you might find maybe a young guy that has some character, friendly, but they're always changing, right? And you don't make that connection with them. So yeah, you're right. They just drop it, throw it. FedEx, I don't know what's going on with FedEx, but they got 3 or 4 different guys that will go on a corridor in our neighborhood, and you can't even get answers. Like I had some from Hasbro, someone took a picture of, and my box wasn't even in the picture, and they had delivered it to the wrong house. And Hasbro, refunded it, but you call FedEx and they don't even know. They won't tell you who the driver is. Um, and then they take the picture so bad you can't go on Google Maps and figure out what house is it at, because typically it's like down the street. But I've gotten lucky over the last couple of years. Well, they'll actually deliver to me the people, or if it's an older person that walks every day, it seems like they always bring it over. But statues is insane. I think when I was buying statues, it was easily 350 plus, but Prime One is massive, and heavy, and the bases alone are a work of art, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy to see Prime One statues. So Sean, yeah, Prime One statues aren't cheap, and look forward to it. If you do get a Transform Prime One, they're insane, and I advise anybody to go look up Prime One Transformer statue. It's massive. Now, Sean, before I forget, are you building your house
I am.
involving taking the factor of your collection?
So the reason why I'm building my house is for 2 reasons, and my collection is not one of them.
Yeah.
So one is my daughter got a queen size bed around Christmas time. And one day I walked over in her bedroom to talk to her, and there's no real room, like, for her to really walk around in. So I was just like, okay, her bedroom's way too small.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking long term, because let's face it, the housing market is really horrible right now.
Yeah.
So for our children to be able to go buy a home in the next 5 years when they leave home is going to be impossible. I don't believe in buying townhomes or condos. I don't believe in massive production of apartments, because the American dream is to actually own a house with your own yard. And here I'm in Utah, and the building of townhomes and apartments is getting way out of control.
Oh yeah.
They're trying to mass populate everything in a small area. So the house I'm being built, I was going to actually buy a house by the same company that I'm having build, because they had built one on their own. And I fell in love with the house, and I was going to buy it in January. I work for the federal government, so with how everything's going on right away, I stopped for the buying of the house. So now I'm having a house built because they sold that one. And my daughters will have their own bathroom in their bedrooms. So they have a full bathroom. They'll have a full walk-in closet. My mom also needs to move in with me. And with how small the bedrooms are here now, because I have 4 bedrooms. Now the master bedroom here is half of the top floor. And then the other 3 bedrooms are the other half. And then the stairs going downward. So the bedrooms are really small. Having my mom move in here is not ideal into this house. So I had to change things. And so building a house is the best part.
Yeah.
So in the basement, only half of the basement is going to be where I can display my stuff. And then the other half, making 2 bedrooms and there's going to be a full bedroom there, full bathroom down there. So one bedroom will be for my mom, and then the other bedroom will be kind of like her own private living room.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I'll have some stuff displayed upstairs in the living room, but about like 3 of the ones that are like half the size of the ones behind me. And I'll put my TV up there and just display some stuff there. And then the rest I have to fit in the basement. But
are you doing any like customization with your shelves and stuff?
Yeah. So
yeah. I'd love to do that with mine.
Yeah. And it's so what I'm going to do is end up everything that I have like only 2 of, I'm going to actually make deeper. And so I'll have 3. So all my Billy bookcases will be 3 deep in the new house. So there's enough space for me to do that so it can add more. And I can fit all my tall stuff and some of my short stuff in the basement, but I'm actually going to end up having less room than I do now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something that when you were talking about your mother moving in, that's something I forgot about, because years ago, my wife said one time, oh, you know, my mom or my dad might have to live in the basement. Now it hits me. Geez, if they move in my basement, that's going to be a life changer.
Yeah. Hey, but I will admit this, okay, on camera, this is recorded. Yeah. As soon as my mom goes, either one way or another, she gets tired of living underneath my roof for free.
Yeah.
You know, and decides she's old enough to move out.
Yeah.
Or you know, she passes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to be moving stuff into those rooms for my collection.
Oh, yeah. I mean, heck, I was thinking, well, yesterday is when my kids move out. I'm taking over their bedrooms. Maybe put like a little day bed or whatever you guys call it, the couch looking thing. And I'm going to take it over. I'm probably going to move my comic books up there in one of those rooms and call it like the den or something. But it's something to think about. Like once you hit a certain age, you also have to think about, you know, who's going to take care of this when you pass away yourself, right? And you know, my collection is my son's collection, and my daughter doesn't want anything. My daughter said, I might take some of your clothes. I think she was a lot younger. Now she's 20 years old. I don't even remember how old she is, but she's getting up there. Her birthday's coming up too. But she's a nurse, or learning how to be a nurse, and I think she's realizing things too. And I know Jason's going through it. I went through it, but it's life changing. We do have a new person here, Mike. Mike, what is your YouTube screen name, Mike?
Oh, that's just a joke name. I do this a lot. It'll be something different, like every time I go join a stream.
Okay. What's your YouTube name or handle, whatever they call it?
Lone Dragon.
Lone Dragon. So Lone Dragon, nice for you to join us. He gets 10 entries the Wolverine too. So just for joining us, Mike, you want to show us anything, or you just want to talk about 2 things you're looking into that you might not have a bunch of, or something you might venture into, or what's tapping your interest as a collector?
More money and space is what I need.
Yeah,
yeah.
And for all the pre-orders from the next 2 months to stop trying to come this month.
Now, do you track it like these IT guys?
I have a notepad document that has by month a list of what's supposed to be coming, how much it costs, and where. It's not like my fancy spreadsheet or anything.
So you're not in IT, I take it? No. So it must be an IT guy thing, besides Sean and maybe a couple others. But yeah, I can't. I'm not organized. You can tell when I took you around the basement, right? I'm not an organized person, so I always get behind in life. Any lines that you've looked at or purchased before and you regret ever getting?
Regret that Walmart GI Joe reissue line from a few years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'll get some.
I've got 6 HISS tanks and like 19 Cobra troopers and 2 officers.
Oh dang! When you say his tank, are we talking about the HasLab his tank?
Walmart Retro.
Oh, Walmart. Yeah.
Yeah, those reissues from a few years ago.
And thank God I didn't get those because I always tell the story. I collected GI Joe. Didn't collect. I just bought or got for Christmas. Right when I was growing up in the '80s, and again, I was the type of kid just getting some of this, some of that. I just dabble in everything. Right. And with GI Joe, I had enough willpower not to get into GI Joe because at that time I was going hard in Hot Toys, and my wife took the kids to a lake to go boating, and they left me at home. So I got in the car. I went to GameStop for some reason, and I go into GameStop. I think they had a sale on like Lady J and maybe Flynn or something. And I bought those 2 figures, and next thing you know, I go on YouTube, look something up, and this is when they had a hard time getting stuff out, and it was scarce, right? And then I started getting troopers. I bought like 12 of them, and then the rest is history. And now I got all these things on pre-order, which I think I'm at just in GI Joe alone. I'm at 61 give and take. So 61 figures, army building.
Yeah, all of those retro ones are still in package in the back room in a box. Didn't even open them. At the time, when I first started collecting again, it was just Transformers. So I hadn't transferred into 1/12 yet. So I thought, these guys they can almost go with the Transformers. They're too tall, to scale, but.
Well, the Optimus Prime, I keep wanting Optimus Prime to come with, to be scaled hopefully correctly with a GI Joe, but I don't know if there's something out there to get with Optimus Prime. But well, thanks for joining us, Mike. Guys, I got to run. I actually need to go out and make some money today to afford these pre-orders, right? And Hot Toys is coming in deep. I think there's like 5 more I can get anytime. And one of the sites, there's no payment plan, and that will hit you. And I got to DM this guy, and then I have to pay for it right away. And I think I'm at 5,000. No, I'm at like close to, I don't know, maybe my math's wrong, but I'm up there on what I owe. So I'm going to have to cut loose. But next week, Jason. Let me find Jason here. Jason will be on next week on Saturday. He's going to be on Wake Up Suckers. It's time to pose, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to go in a 3-round posing challenge. And what is the figures that we're going to be posing next Saturday?
I just kept it general. So anything out of the Superman family.
So anything out of the Superman family. It can be Mofex, it can be Marvel, or not Marvel Legends, McFarlane, any type of Superman figures that you have, you can pose. Just remember, the first round will be based on a spin of my choices, I guess, of just Superman poses, some random ones. You can use a stand, you can use other figures in some round. The first round's pretty simple. Second round is freestyle. You can practice all week. And if you want to go against Jason, let me know. We can have up to, 5 or 6 people that want to join.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, the third one will be a comic book cover. So be prepared. And if you watched last week, we had a couple cheaters. No, not cheaters, but they use something that really helps out. I'm like, you got to watch that stream to figure out. We're not going to tell you, right, Jason?
No.
Because Jason wants a win. He'll be the first back-to-back winner. So, and then the third round again was comic book. And then after that, we'll do one game show trivia to figure out who gets extra entries. into the Wolverine giveaway, and there's a couple other things I do have that I might be giving away. So, fortunately, we didn't meet the goal of, I think it was 30 viewers at one time. So no free figure today. Any short or any video I come out or any live, just type in Wolverine in the comments and I'll mark you down. And then I'm telling you right now, there'll be a couple people probably have tons of entries. So again, thanks for joining us, guys, and thank you for coming on the stream. All of you, I greatly appreciate it. So with that, we're out. And just remember, keep those spreadsheets so you can keep track of how much money you're spending.
I'm telling you, lifesaver.
Yeah, it's pretty scary, and I still haven't looked at everything. So the next time we have toy hoarders, if you'd like to be the main focus, like today I was the main focus, just to show what people how hard it is. But if we don't, then the next week we'll look at what I have on pre-order and maybe we can eliminate some things. So just last chance, if you want to type Wolverine in the chat, that'd be greatly appreciated. Go back on the shorts. Again, it's 48-hour cutoff. So some of the old ones, you can't go in there and type in Wolverine. So again, thank you for all joining us and have a good day.
Have a good
Take
one.
care, everyone.
Thanks for having me.